carry. The Rams drop to 1-3. Up next, the Green Bay Packers at SoFi Stadium. With Monday's Rams Report, I'm Travis Rogers.
That's today's Rams Report on your home of Rams football. 710 ESPN.
CLA Health Training Center, Mason in Ireland, and we are joined right now by Anthony Davis. AD, how are you, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. Okay, first thing, how are the Olympics? Was it as much fun for you as it was for us to watch? Or a little more, did it feel like work?
No, it felt like work. It was fun, though. I mean, just from the sense of obviously winning the gold medal and then having the opportunity to play with, so many stars, that we have in our league today, and then going against, stars that we have in our league. And
yeah.
It was great competition, great energy. The competitive juice was flowing every game, no matter who we played. So it was great. I had a really good time.
Does playing all summer give you, what does that do for you as you start this season?
It gives us, a little bit of a edge in the sense of, your conditioning. You're not really knocking rust off as you probably would if you didn't, play an official basketball game. But that's really it. I mean, guys still get an opportunity to work out and, play pickup and things like that. So, for the guys who didn't play, they still were able to get in the rhythm. But to play live competition, for something that matters, it's a little bit different, especially going to camp.
What have your conversations been like with J.J. Redick? Does he want you to do different things than Darvin wanted you to do, or is it just more of the same and just do it better?
I think he just wants me to be the hub of the offense like he talked about numerous times. Whether it's elbow, nail, top of the key, block, like whatever it is, being an anchor of the defense. So it's some similarities from last year, but also, some differences as well.
Everybody's coming back from last year's team. You got a lot of continuity this year. How do you feel about this group, and what impact do you think JJ's going to have?
It's always good to have continuity, bringing guys back. I think that's how you kind of, build something. Instead of bringing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 new guys in, you kind of, messing up that continuity. So it's good to have guys back. I think the only guy that we don't have back is TP.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, we have our, same group. Going to have a lot of good feel from last year, and with all the new things that JJ is bringing in on both sides of the ball, coming in every day, preaching and talking about the details, paying attention to the little things, the details, and from there, we're able to build.
Anthony, it's an unwritten rule in all of sports. You can't beat Father Time, except Bron is. Mm-hmm. He's, again, this summer at the Olympics, him and Steph and you were the 3 best guys on the team. Have you noticed any drop-off? And he's turning 40 right after Christmas.
Yeah.
Have you noticed any drop-off in his game?
No.
That's
he's
like
actually
pretty unbelievable.
only thing that I see, not a drop-off, but a change. Honestly, every player as you get older, you just start shooting the basketball a little bit more.
Right.
They're kind of that old man. Yeah, they say that little old man game. But last year he shot over 40% from 3. So, it actually helps us. So, I don't think there's no drop off. I think he just kind of transitioned to the old man game where he is more efficient as far as his energy and making sure he's not wasting any energy. Everything is a lot more efficient. With the jumper and getting fouled, getting to the line. Even though he don't get to the line as much, but he there's no drop off in his game.
Last thing for me. So you finished the Olympics, you win the gold medal. What did you do with the rest of your summer? Did you do something like I saw LeBron at the Adele concert in Europe? I saw him all. What did you do?
I came back home.
Did you? Just came back home?
Yeah, we had 2.5 months of long travel. Me being obviously Bron kids are older.
How old are yours now?
I have a 6-year-old will be 7 in November, a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old. So,
so you got to go to a zone now.
Yeah,
the man-to-man is over.
Exactly. Exactly. We're in zone. We're in zone defense. So I got back home, even though they were in Paris for the medal rounds. I got back home and just kind of hung with my family, knowing that the season about to start back up, and get going, and then it's more separation from the family. So I was at home a lot this summer.
All right, awesome. Well, listen, thanks a lot for coming over, man. We appreciate it. Have a great season.
Thanks, y'all.
Great to see you,
man. Anthony
Thank you.
Davis of the Los Angeles Lakers, as we're live at Lakers Media Day, and we are going to be joined here momentarily by Rui Hachimura, who, of course, returns from last year's team. Rui played in the Olympics, right?
And got hurt. I'll be anxious to hear about his physical condition. I think he's fine now, but he had, Mace, some killer games in hey, Rui.
In Paris?
Yeah.
Hey, Rui, how are you? Mason, nice to meet you.
And Rui joins us now. I was just saying, I felt so bad for you, man, because you were playing so great in Japan, and then you got hurt. How are you physically? How's your body?
I got hurt, but also I got kicked out. So
right. Well, so you wouldn't. Yeah, they wouldn't have let you come back.
I know.
Right?
Yeah, but I'm good. I feel good.
That was a bad call, by the way. I know you can't say it, but I can. That was a bad call.
That was a tough one. I think it's a little different rules in the NBA,
right?
FIBA, so I didn't understand well, but. Yeah, it is what it is, and I'm here now. I'm healthy. I'm good. I'm ready for the season. So yeah.
So you're back. You've no nagging injury from the summer. You're fine.
Yeah, I'm good.
Good to go.
Yeah.
Cool. So brand new season. J.J. Redick is your head coach. We talked to him last week. He's talking about new systems and new language and all that stuff. How is all that? What's the impact of that? How different is it?
It's been good. It's been great. I think we've been communicating a lot. I've been talking to coach. They have a lot of they send me a lot of films so I can understand more easily. And yeah, I think communication has been great. So yeah, we're gonna see from here.
All right, Mace, you don't know this, but Rui and I talk about it a lot.
Okay.
We have the same dog. Rui's dog, Jake, is a doodle. My dog, Murphy, is a doodle.
Nice.
And Jake goes, like me, Jake goes everywhere with Rui. How is Jake?
He's great. He's living the best life, in LA, big yard, he always playing around. But yeah, he's a big part of my, literally this my life. So
that's Mace. He has multiple dogs.
I have 3 dogs.
Yeah.
I have
3.
I have Sophie, Veronica, and Ron.
Oh wow!
And Sophie is 18 years old,
18?
which is she's
crazy.
I didn't know
like he says, living on bonus time.
Yeah, bonus time. How old's Jake?
3. Just
3.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Is he house trained? Does he
he's
mess
good.
up?
Yeah, he's good. He's being a good dog. He's
not chewing stuff up.
He's just like. He's more used to humans, though. He's not really good with the dogs, other dogs.
Mine are not either.
Yeah.
They don't like other dogs.
Yeah, he's good with the humans, so I think that's good,
Yeah.
All right. So, Rui, what do you think? I know you've had some conversations with JJ and the new coaching staff. What do you think your role will be with these coaches compared to what it was with Darvin and that staff?
I mean, not so much difference, but I think they want me to be more aggressive on the both ends and more involving with the, especially Bron, AD on the court, same time, and just more involving with the screen, set the screen and all that. So I think, I'm going to have more time than moving around with this team, and I think.
You know what I think you're going to like? JJ loves guys who shoots threes, and you like shooting threes. So can I talk you into shooting? Whenever I see him on the road, I say shoot more.
Yeah.
I think that's going to fit on this team, isn't it?
Yeah, no, actually, I think literally that's the first thing I talked to him. After he got hired, we talk about it for like 20, 30 minutes, and one thing that he mentioned was the shooting more threes. He said like he trusts me with the 3 points, and he thinks that I can shoot more threes, So I think that's going to be the really big key for me.
One of the things that JJ said last week is that this team is all filled with basketball sickos. He used the term sickos. Okay. What, do you get that? Do you see that?
I mean, look at we're so talented. We just have all the pieces, and we just gotta bring everything together. We've been we've been building good chemistry, but it's been three seasons now, almost 3 seasons. So
yep.
Yeah, we're gonna be there. We're gonna get there. We just need more. We gotta be healthy. First of all.
Yeah.
Every year I feel like somebody's out in and out. So this year I think hopefully we're gonna be healthy, and we're gonna see from him.
We just had Anthony Davis here. I think Rui, after watching the Olympics, that AD is as good as any big in the NBA. Mm-hmm. I won't say he's better than Joel Embiid, who's a great player. But I think Anthony Davis, if you look at his whole skill set, brings things to the table that no other one person brings. What's it like playing next to him?
He's just he's one of those players. If he's on the court, I feel more, how to say, safe.
Yeah.
He's just it's something I messed it up. He's gonna cover it up.
Right. It's like having Shrek at the rim, isn't it? If your guy beats you off the dribble,
defense,
he's there to save
offense.
you.
I missed the shot. I know he's gonna be in the offense rebound. If I get bro by, he gonna be in the backside. So I trust him a lot. He's he's ready. He's a he can do a lot of stuff in the court. So just like I trust him. I love playing with him, and he's ready. Yeah, he's the guy.
And LeBron James, do you think you'll still be playing at this level when you're 40?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. No. He's the greatest. He's the greatest basketball player. It's crazy that how he does in this age, like you guys talk about. Just watching him, practice, treatment, everything. It's all about the details. He always take care of his body, his mind, his basketball skills. He's all about that. So I'm glad that I'm on the same team with him and just watching him. So like you say, like if I'm 40, I can be the same.
yeah, right.
Yeah. So
how do you think he does it?
It's all mind though. It's a mindset. He still thinks he's young. That's the mindset that he has, and he is. He's moving like he's actually getting better every year. So
yeah.
It's all coming from his mind and love of basketball, love of this game. He loved this basketball,
All right, Rui, I'm going to put this out there. Last thing. I think you're a leading candidate for most improved player in the NBA. I think with this team, you're going to get single coverage, which I know you tear up, and I think J.J. Redick is going to empower you to do better. So good luck, shoot more, and have fun this year.
Yeah,
okay?
Thank you. Appreciate you. I'm excited.
Great to see you.
Rui, great seeing you,
Thank
man.
you.
Thank you so much. All right, we're live at Lakers Media Day, UCLA Health Training Center. We're coming right back. We'll talk to, I think, Jared Vanderbilt coming up. We'll get LeBron for a couple minutes. All that's coming up for you. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Come out for a day of golf and fun and help support the men and women who fight for our freedom. On Monday, November 11th, the Pacific Palms Resort in the City of Industry will play host to the 2024 Land of the Free Foundation Veterans Day Golf Classic. All proceeds from the tournament will go directly to charities who support the men and women of our armed forces. For more information on the tournament, please visit the website landofthe.freefoundation.org or give them a call at 562-833-4361.
Just like in sports, you can never predict an accident. It will come when you least expect it. Travis Rogers here with DeMarco Farr to tell you about our friend, Joseph S. Normand.
If you're in any accident, call Joseph at 213-747-2000. The team at Normand Legal is ready to help you and achieve the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Joseph at 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. You have many choices in a legal team, but family always comes first.
Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. The law office of Joseph S. Normand.
Training Center, Mason and Ireland, and we are joined right now by Jalen Hood-Schifino. Jalen, great seeing you, man. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Good, man.
All right,
good.
so Jalen, the only question about you last year that people would ask me is he healthy? And I didn't feel like you ever were totally healthy.
Yeah.
How do you feel now? Do you feel like you've turned a corner injury-wise?
Yeah, 100%. I feel great. Had a great offseason. Put in a lot of work. Obviously, I had surgery March 21st, so, that was a long process of getting back healthy. But
by the way, do you agree with that statement that I made that you never really were 100% healthy?
Yeah, I know last year was tough. I was healthy for training camp last year, and then in the preseason suffered like a little knee injury. So
yeah, and it was always kind of fighting uphill after that.
Yeah,
right?
I wasn't available for the start of the season, so that put me behind. But, now looking forward, I'm excited to, get ready for training camp tomorrow, and I'm feeling great.
So, obviously, we talked to JJ last week. He talked about the off-season training program. What was it like for you? Were you here all summer?
Yeah, I was here all summer. Really dating back to, summer league, just getting in the gym with JJ and the rest of the staff. It's been great. They've been great. I think they built a culture here, and the work's been great. We've been putting in a lot of work, especially the young guys. So, it's been really good.
You're probably going to play a lot in the preseason. You did, last year, you played some minutes in the preseason. What is this coaching staff, JJ and these guys, asked of you that maybe the old coaching staff didn't? Is it a different focus on you, or is it more of the same stuff?
Yeah, I think JJ is vocalized a lot. Just continue to been doing what I've been doing this whole offseason. Just continue to work, continue to make strides, continue to learn, continue to grow, and going into preseason, my goal is to obviously play. Should get a lot of minutes. So I think just going out there, playing free, showcasing what I can do, and, getting out there with the guys.
You obviously have two of the greatest players in the history of the game on the court with this team. What's it like being out there with those guys? Like when you train with those guys, when you practice those guys, how much you learn from them?
I'm blessed to be able to play for this organization and, like you said, play with two Hall of Fame, great players like that. At such a young age, at 21, I'm able to soak in so much game and witness so much greatness. So I think it's been huge. Even last year as a rookie, just learning and watching. I think it's been good, and I think it's going to continue to, help me and make strides in my development.
Jalen Hood-Schifino is our guest, and for those of you not watching on YouTube, you can't see this, but Jalen has a tattoo on his right forearm that says Mamba Mentality 24/8. And I'm always fascinated by how young players like you still idolize Kobe, that he had an impact on your life. Tell me about that tattoo and why that was important for you to have on your body.
Yeah, I would say I looked up to Kobe just growing up, just obviously his talent level and what he did on the court. But I think growing up and as I matured, just understanding his Mamba mentality, like his mindset and kind of what went into that. So, that's something that I think about every day, something that I try to.
Jalen, did you ever get to meet him before he died?
I did not.
Yeah, you just missed. Yeah. But he still had that impact. You still fathered his career and his work ethic. And
so, just his work ethic and everything, what he stood for, I think that was helpful. And I think not only myself, but anyone in the basketball world can say that they try to, emulate that work ethic.
It is incredible because, again, you did not cross paths. I have a feeling that in a generation, people will still be talking about the Mamba mentality. Yeah. They will still, that just stands the test of time, I think.
Yeah, I don't even think it's just basketball. I think you can apply the Mamba mentality to just life.
Whatever job you got, you can have the Mamba mentality, yeah.
Sure.
All right, so Jalen, last thing for me, what do you think you need to do to get on the court more? Obviously, you'd like more playing time. Austin and D'Lo are going to start those games at guards, but there's a role there for somebody like you who can provide guard play off the bench. What do you got to do to get on the court more in your mind?
Yeah, just continue to keep making strides, continue to keep getting better. At the end of the day, just being myself, being confident. I put in the work all this offseason, so just be myself when I'm out there, play free, and I think everything will work out how it's supposed to.
By the way, when did Indiana get so good at football? Have you been following that?
Oh yeah, I've been tuning in every game.
Yeah, they're undefeated, right?
23rd in the country now, so definitely love to see that. I think it's good for Indiana and the culture there, so I'm excited for those guys.
Yeah, good for them, good for you. That's great.
All right, hey Jalen, great seeing you, man. Thank you very much for coming over.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Have a great season. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Jalen Hood-Schifino joining us there. We will take a quick break. Coming right back. Never know who's going to stop by. We're at Lakers Media Day, UCLA Health Training Center, Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Just as every point matters, every detail counts in our meticulously crafted vehicles. Experience luxury at the top of its game. Welcome to Cadillac of Beverly Hills, the #1 Cadillac dealer in the Western region for the 3rd year in a row. Come and check out the incredible selection of new and pre-owned vehicles today at our showroom, 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills, and at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
Join Mason and Ireland Wednesday, October 2nd from noon to 3 at Ralph's on Hawthorne Boulevard in Redondo Beach. Come see Lakers legend James Worthy for a meet and greet and enter ESPN LA's Ultimate Winery Sweepstakes for a wine country experience at Francis Ford Coppola Winery.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino. Join Travis Rogers and Kirk Morrison Sunday, October 6th for their live Rams postgame show from Ray's Lounge at Hollywood Park Casino. Win prizes and party with Travis, Kirk, and ESPN LA fans. Hollywood Park Casino is Los Angeles' premier card room casino and entertainment destination. Enjoy a postgame meal and drink at Ray's Lounge right after the game. Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino. Elevate your game. Must be 21 and older.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So you've got an oil change coming up. You can go farther and save on full synthetic with our oil change special. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetic with an STP Extended Life oil filter for just $35.99. Get the parts you need when you need them at AutoZone or AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
At the Home Depot, we know Saturdays are for college football. That's why we have everything you need to never miss a play, like Bear Dynasty interior paint, their most durable one-coat hide paint ever. From a team color statement wall to a fan cave, complete with a mural honoring Nick Saban's 17-year dynasty.
Hey, I like that idea.
Nothing beats Bear Dynasty interior paint. It's everything you need all in one can.
Defend your game time with Bear and the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Valid only when tended to colors from the Bear Dynasty and Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Color Collection.
Hey guys, it's Cappy here, and I want to talk about my friend Avner Gatt, a public adjuster. Now, many of you guys have asked me, why Avner Gatt? What makes his team so unique at handling insurance claims? So let me tell you something. I've been working with Avner and his team for a while. I can tell you this. Avner Gatt has a dynamic team that's highly effective and successful because these folks come from a very diverse background in the insurance industry. For example, some of them used to work for insurance companies before they joined Avner's team. Yes, they actually chose to switch sides when they realized the effectiveness of Avner's team's work. Some of them used to be in the restoration business, rebuilding homes after disasters. Some of them used to be in the contents handling business, moving homeowners' belongings to a safe place for restoration and storage. Some of them were experts in hazardous materials handling, like asbestos and lead testing. That was their daily work. And some of them were members of law firms handling bad faith claims and general business disputes. You see, diversification is the name of the game. When you are represented by Avner Gatt's team, you have the entire team's experience and know-how by your side. No one, and I mean no one, messes with Avner Gatt and his team. So call Avner Gatt right now, 818-917-5256, 818-917-5256. That's AvnerGatt.com, AVNERGAT, AvnerGatt.com. When you call him directly, Avner Gatt and his family, they take the calls themselves. Avner Gatt says, hello.
Hey, it's Mace. NBA basketball is 22 days away, and the best place to watch all the action is Cosm. It's revolutionary technology bringing the sports experience to life. Visit Cosm.com. Enjoy NBA action in shared reality all season long.
At Progressive, we know money can't buy you happiness, but money did help you buy an RV, which means an excuse from working Saturday with your insufferable coworker, Dave. So money is helping you listen to birds chirp instead of Dave chirping about how his toddler is fluent in 3 languages. And it's also why you'll be smelling pine trees in the air, not Dave's tuna melt reheating in a microwave. So save money by bundling your RV or boat insurance with home or auto from Progressive and buy more happiness, or something close to it. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
At the Home Depot, we know you can't control everything, like when your guests arrive too early for Saturday college football. But you can control your grill. With the Traeger Timberline XL, you can watch the game, not the grill. Monitor your football feast from anywhere using the Traeger app. With the Timberline XL, you can bake, smoke, sear, fry, and saute. That's Desmond Howard level versatility.
Huddle up, the food's done.
Defend your game time with Traeger and the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Mason and Ireland live from the UCLA Health Training Center in El Segundo. And joining us right now on Lakers Media Day is Lakers rookie Dalton Knecht. Dalton, thanks for coming over, man. How are you?
Doing good. Appreciate you all for having me.
All right, so you're watching the draft, and you're sitting there, and different people have different predictions. Some say you're going in the lottery, and some people say you're going top 10. And you're dropping, and you're dropping, and you're dropping, and I'm sure that is nerve-wracking. And all of a sudden, the Lakers call. Do you kind of feel like, even though you fell, do you kind of feel like this was a blessing in disguise because you got to come here?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think it's a blessing in disguise. You know, get to learn from one of the greatest basketball players to ever play, and Bron, and then also have AD down there to learn from him. So it's been good. I think it's really a blessing that I get to be a part of this and watch greatness.
So what's it like playing with those guys? Have you been in pickup games with those guys, LeBron and AD?
Yeah, there have been pickup games, but I'm more looking forward to a practice and seeing how they work during practice and stuff like that. I'm really excited just to go out there and go compete with them.
So, Dalton, you had great success as a three-point shooter in college. The line's a little farther back. How noticeable is it to you, to somebody who does this for a living? I noticed a lot of your college threes were basically NBA three distance. Is that an easy adjustment to make, or is it going to take some time?
I think it's just an easy adjustment. At the end of the day, for me, it's just shooting and sticking to my mechanics and stuff like that, just being who I am and practice my shots that I'll shoot in the games.
In terms of life, here you are in Los Angeles. You're a member of the Los Angeles Lakers. You're here at Lakers Media. How have you adjusted to life in L.A.?
The life has been good. You know, I like L.A. It's been real nice. The weather's always really good, you know. Don't like the earthquakes too much.
Yeah, the earthquakes are a little shaky.
Have you felt one yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt a couple. I'm not a big fan of them. But
by the way, they don't happen that often. We just had a couple of really quick ones a couple of weeks back, like back-to-back. So don't worry, it doesn't shake that much.
All right, cool.
So biggest difference between living in Knoxville, Tennessee, where you went to college, and living in L.A. so far has been what?
Man, I don't even know. Probably the ocean.
Yeah, you're just not used to having it that close, right?
I never really been too close to the ocean, so this is the most I'll just, really walk outside, drive down the street, and I see the ocean.
Yeah.
So you hang out at the beach at all?
I'm not a big beach guy, but You know,
I'm not either, by the way. I'm not.
Wait, and Dalton, the amazing thing is he lives 2 blocks from the beach.
I live right at the beach, and I'm like, the sand and the sand. I'd rather be in a pool than in the sand.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
I know.
All right, so Dalton, I don't know if you know this yet. I think you probably do. But this may very well be a perfect marriage between player and coach. JJ's favorite thing to do is shoot threes. You're really good at that. What have your conversations been like with JJ so far?
Really, the only conversation is just be who you are. Don't overthink it. Just be a hooper at the end of the day. You know, do what I did get here and just compete every single time I step onto the floor.
Describe the training over the summer with JJ and the rest of the coaching staff.
Just a lot of player development. Being in the weight room every single day and doing individual workouts has been real good. You know, he'll come down and watch and teach me and coach me up a little bit. So it's been good. You know, having JJ, I watched him throughout my days with college with Coach Barnes. So it's been really good just to, you know, being able to go to him and ask him questions.
You may have just answered it, but if I was going to ask you to take an NBA player, a name we would know that you've modeled your game after, sounds like JJ's one of them. Who else would you say you paid attention to and tried to take things from as you watched?
I say Kevin Durant. We watched a lot of Kevin Durant at Tennessee, you know, because of the Barnes. And,
right, Rick coached him in college.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so I watched a lot of that. And then I watched a lot of Devin Booker, too.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, his game's super smooth, coming out the pick and roll, even catching shoot shots.
Back at Tennessee, they got a really good quarterback now. Nico Imaleva, I think, is his name. And Tennessee looks like they're rolling pretty good. Are you following them?
Oh, yeah. You know, I always support Tennessee. Went back for the Kent State game. That was a blowout.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, Tennessee, we're an all-around school, so we like to dominate everything.
So a lot of times, Dalton, when a rookie comes into the league, sometimes they get thrown right into the fire and they make an impact right away. Other times they ramp them up and don't put them in towards the end of the season. Are you comfortable with either of those scenarios, or what do you expect as you embark on your very first season as a pro?
I'm just going to be there to do whatever the team needs me to do. If that's just play right away and contribute, I'm going to do that. If not, I'll just try to learn from all the vets and see how they see the floor. And, yeah, I'm just going to be excited just to do my rookie year.
As a rookie, have the vets started to give you and Bronny a hard time yet or not yet?
Not yet. I hope not. I hope that's it. I hope this is how it is.
Now, the first thing I did when I got to L.A., and I'm kind of dumb and a tourist.
And you're from Ohio.
And I'm from Ohio.
Yeah.
So I went to Hollywood Boulevard and saw all the stars. Have you been down there to see all the stars?
No, I haven't.
Have you been to the Hollywood Bowl to see a concert?
Nope.
Oh, man.
All right, so you got some.
You got some
catching up to do.
Yeah, you got some stuff to do, man, for sure.
Yeah, most of all, man, stay healthy.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Stay
No
healthy. We can't wait to see you play.
Yes, sir. I appreciate
Awesome meeting you, man. Thank you, Dalton.
All right.
Dalton Knecht from the Los Angeles Lakers, rookie this year. And, yes, break or...
No, Vando's coming.
Okay. Jared Vanderbilt's coming. Thank you very much, Dalton. Jared Vanderbilt's going to be with us in just a minute.
He's here right now.
Oh, here
He's
he is.
right behind you.
Hey.
Vando. What's up, man?
Vando? How are you, man? Good to see you. Jared Vanderbilt is with us here at Lakers Media Day. So what's the summer been like for you? First of all, what's your in terms of your health? Where are you right now?
I'm great. You know, I've been feeling good. Process has been good. Everything's great.
All right, so you had that foot injury that kind of hampered you last year. And last time I talked to you about this, you said, well, I'm going to try and rest it and see if it heals on its own. And then you had one surgical procedure, right? Or did you opt out of that?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I tried the route of going around it. Obviously didn't work, so I elected to go ahead and get it done this summer.
So do you need to take it easy a little bit in these 6 preseason games, or are you all systems go, or what's your status for the preseason?
You know, that's not up to my description. You know, they put together a great plan for me. When I say they, I mean the staff and the team. So,
right.
Just going about, just following the steps that they, put in place for me.
When JJ got hired, he said, you were one of the first names he mentioned. He said, that's the wild card. If we can get him healthy and we can input his defense into our system, I think he is a key for that. How do you feel when a coach calls you out like that and circles you as one of the main reasons why this team might be able to win?
I mean, it's great, but, it's also some expectation with that. So, and a challenge, and I'm here for it, being able to set the tone defensively and, be the toughness that this team needs. And, so I'm all for it. That's what I love to do. That's what I live to do. So it's been great.
So for a while, at least a couple of years ago, you tried living as a vegan, right? Have you stuck with that?
Yes.
You have. So how difficult is it to maintain a vegan diet?
It can be difficult at times, but at this level, health should be a priority. So, obviously investing and in chefs and certain meal plans and stuff like that makes it easier. So at this level, we're playing the highest level of basketball, so we should be putting the highest level of stuff into our body. So I think that's very important.
Have you adjusted to the vegan diet now to the point where you really don't miss anything, or there's still things you miss eating?
No, I don't really miss anything at this point. I'm almost 5 years in, so.
Yeah. You don't see a steak and go, "Oh man."
Nah, not really.
No.
I think
That's what I say when I say,
I
"Oh,
think I'm
man."
past that stage, so it's been a while. So, yeah, kind of used to it now.
All right, Jared, I was surprised. You may know this guy better than I do, so you may not have been surprised. Were you surprised when John Calipari left and went to Arkansas?
Kind of, not really. I knew at some point it probably was coming. You know, it was kind of some unhappiness from that side and the fans. And
the alums there expect a lot, don't they?
For sure, they expect a lot. It's great expectation. What comes, with being a part of Kentucky or being on that staff. So, Kentucky only thinks about championships.
And Vando, now Kentucky has a football team.
Yeah,
have you been following that?
I have.
They almost beat Georgia, and they just beat Mississippi on Saturday.
No, they've turned it into a great program. I think the year I left was the year they was kind of turning it over to being a great football team. So, shout out to them. Shout out to Kentucky.
How do you feel about this? What would be a great season for you?
A great season for me is a healthy season.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah, amen. And that's the one thing I thought last year. And I'll just ask you if you felt the same way. I think if we would have had you in the Denver series, that series goes the other way. And here's my argument: Lakers had double-digit leads in 4 of the 5 games, and they slipped away because we couldn't shut their runs off. I thought I said it on the air 3 or 4 times, had we had Vando, it would have made a difference. Did you feel the same way?
I agree. I think us just being healthy in general, even size, me, Christian Wood, I think having guys with more size and, I think that's what we kind of lacked in that series. So, but yeah, 100% I agreed. If we both was healthy that, series probably could have went the other way or, we could have made a big, could have been a
deeper
run.
Yeah,
for
right,
sure.
Right.
So, I agree.
Well, listen, have a great, productive, and most of all, healthy season, man.
Yes,
we
sir.
appreciate you. Looking forward to seeing that defense back out on the floor, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you guys.
All right.
Thank you.
There is
Great to
Jared
see you,
Vanderbilt
Yes, sir.
of the Los Angeles
Stay healthy,
Lakers.
Thank you.
And we are going to go right to Gabe Vincent.
Come on in, Gabe.
Gabe Vincent's going to join us as we continue to talk to really everybody here on Lakers Media Day. And, Gabe, it's great to see you, man. Thanks a lot for coming over. How are you?
Gentlemen, thank you for having me. Doing well, thank you.
Good. Now, this is the most important question we may ask all day.
Yes.
How's your health?
Yeah.
It's doing well.
It's good.
Doing
Yeah.
well.
Do you have any
year.
limitations? You going to take it easy in the preseason, or are you all systems go?
I'm looking forward to all systems go.
Okay.
I mean, we're looking forward to the year. We've had a great offseason, taking care of the body, getting the mind right and the body right. So, looking forward to the year.
How frustrating was it last year to not be able to play?
Oh, incredibly frustrating. I think any time as a competitor when you can't compete because of limitations that you can't control, it's quite frustrating. But I try to do what I could to be there for my guys and to support them in the best manner I could. And when my number was called, I just went out there and tried to produce the way I could.
So for listeners who don't know, Gabe was number one. He's a California guy, UC Santa Barbara, and then went down and had great success in Miami in that heat culture system, and then you get a chance to come back to California and play for the Lakers. So you've been around. You've been around Pat Riley. You've been around Eric Spoelstra. Last year you played for Darvin. Now you're talking to JJ. What is the difference in your mind between playing for JJ, at least starts tomorrow, and playing for Darvin? Like the conversations you've had, is your role going to be the same, different? What do you know so far?
I mean, we haven't got that detailed.
Okay.
It's been more so familiarity, trying to get familiar with one another. I think JJ has a great basketball mind. I'm excited to see what he brings to this team, to this organization, and to this league, honestly, standing in that position. So I'm excited for him. The talks we've had have all been positive. As far as role definition, specificity in that manner, we haven't really gotten too into that, as we tip off things tomorrow. So.
We talked to JJ last week. He talked about new systems and new language and all. How much of a difference is it for you?
I think when you switch teams or switch staffs, there's always a change in that. There's 100 ways to call a pick and roll, and everyone kind of has their own way, but you never want communication falling through the cracks. So if we can get everyone on the same language, same playbook, it's the easiest way. And sometimes there's a little more adjustment with that for others versus some, just depending on where you're coming from and the way they spoke there.
You just touched on it, but let me just ask the question this way. Finish this sentence. If we want to go farther than we did a year ago, the most important thing is what?
Wow. Health.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
I think health would play a big factor. But I think just a sense of togetherness. I think this is a very talented group. I think the staff is phenomenal. The sky's the limit for what we could do if we come together and play good basketball.
So you play. You're going to play with LeBron James, obviously here. He was the best player on the Olympics team this year. Despite being 40 years old, he's still doing it. What's his secret? What do you think? Why do you think he's been so effective?
Oh, I mean, if I knew his secret, I probably would have had a better year last year.
Yeah, right.
To be honest with you, I'm not here. I'm sure I'm the one that spills secrets out here, but LeBron's been incredible. He seems to impress not just everyone here locally, just everyone in the world each year. So he's done a great job. His attention to details with his body, with his game has been phenomenal. It's been a blessing to see his success for 22 years, and hopefully we see however many more he wants to have left.
Yeah, he's going to keep going.
Have you had a chance to see the new guys play yet? Have you seen Knecht play? Have you seen Bronny play? And what do you think they might be able to add?
I went down to Summer League and caught a
Yeah, I
couple
saw you
games
down there,
yeah. So, I mean, they're both talented players, both very skilled. Dalton has good size and a great jumper, so I think, that'll be a huge help immediately. Bronny shows a lot of great toughness, defends the ball well. I think they're both going to continue to grow. That leap from first year to second year is always the most astounding. So I'm excited to kind of see their growth and see the way they work. And catching them here in the gym every now and then, getting shots up or something like that in the weight room has been great to be around them. And they all seem like good individuals.
All right. Hey, Gabe, thank you so much for coming by, man. We appreciate it a lot. Good health this year, man. Good health.
Looking forward to seeing you back out there, man.
Awesome
right, thank
seeing
you.
Thanks very much. Gabe Vincent there from the Lakers. Going to get a quick break in. Who knows who's going to show up next? We're talking to everybody at Lakers Media Day. You're listening to KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Just as every point matters, every detail counts in our meticulously crafted vehicles. Experience luxury at the top of its game. Welcome to Cadillac of Beverly Hills, the #1 Cadillac dealer in the Western region for the 3rd year in a row. Come and check out the incredible selection of new and pre-owned vehicles today at our showroom, 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills, and at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
Be sure to listen to Rams Super Bowl champion DeMarco Farr every Monday in the 9 a.m. hour on his new show, The Travis and DeMarco Show. He's going to give you his best of from the whole football weekend. And when DeMarco serves up a best of, it means something. Don't miss it. They've got their best of the weekend, plus your chance to win a Fantasy Springs weekend getaway prize pack with your best of. That's Mondays in the 9 a.m. hour on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. Made possible by Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Escape the everyday at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino, just minutes from Palm Springs.
The Black Crowes Happiness Bastards Tour rolls on. Celebrating their first new music in 15 years. And all the hits. Friday, December 6th at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Tickets on sale now at FantasySpringsResort.com or 1-760-342-5000. Don't miss the Black Crowes Happiness Bastards Tour.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a maximum tax deduction and a vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Paid for by Cars for Kids.
Hey, it's Travis.
And DeMarco.
Hey, accidents can be shocking, devastating, and difficult to deal with, which is why you should never deal with them alone and have family on your side.
Joseph S. Normand and his trusted team are family, and they're here to help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve.
You know, when my son was in an accident, we called Joseph at 213-747-2000, and he was able to help.
You have many choices in a legal team, but family always comes first.
Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000, the law offices of Joseph S. Normand.
Join Mason and Ireland Wednesday, October 2nd from noon to 3 at Ralph's on Hawthorne Boulevard in Redondo Beach. Come see Lakers legend James Worthy for a meet and greet and enter ESPN LA's Ultimate Winery Sweepstakes for a wine country experience at Francis Ford Coppola Winery.
And it is Mason and Ireland on this Monday, live from the UCLA Health Training Center for Lakers Media Day, as we get closer to the tip-off of Lakers basketball. And our coverage of Lakers Media Day on 710, made possible by Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Michelob Ultra, it's only worth it if you enjoy it. Please enjoy responsibly. Once again, back to UCLA Health Training Center and back to Mason and Ireland, live from Lakers Media Day.
All right, great afternoon. Always great when Lakers come back, and we have the big media day, which means the first preseason game is coming up on
Friday. We'll be in Palm Desert.
Nice.
Lakers T-Wolves, so it'll be interesting to see if this is the first time Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo play for the Wolves. They were traded over the weekend for Karl Anthony Towns going to the Knicks.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting. Hey, while we're waiting for another Laker here, did you go to the SC game?
I did.
Did you ever feel like they were in trouble
Yes.
even when they were behind? It felt like a loss?
21-10 at halftime, I thought we're in trouble.
Yeah. What changed after that?
No turnovers. They had 3 turnovers in the first half. That led to the Wisconsin 3 touchdowns, and then they pitched a shutout in the second half. 28-0. They pitched the shutout and beat Wisconsin. I did feel like they were in trouble. I didn't feel like it was over, but I did feel like they were in trouble.
I think Miller Moss is really good.
Really good.
And he got his bell rung pretty good. I was afraid he might have got a concussion, but they checked him and let him go back in. But if they can keep him upright and healthy, I think they got a chance. That Penn State game in 2 weeks is looming huge.
They just announced it'll be a 12:30 kick on CBS.
So
I like a 12:30 game.
It'll be like similar to what you went through this
right.
weekend. Though.
Although it was so friggin' hot there. We all
Right.
hung out in the end zone suite. So everybody from the station was there. Morales was there. Steffa was there.
Yeah.
Deshae, who's Mr. USC, he was there. We had a really, really good time. And everybody hung in there to the end. To the end.
Cappy was there, too, wasn't he?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Cappy and Rachel were there. His friend Sonny and I forget.
So he brought somebody else?
Oh, he brought guests. Of course he did.
Shocking.
Of course he did.
Cappy.
Yeah,
man.
Bringing guests.
Hey, Greg, UCLA covered for the second week in a row.
Hey, give me a C.
Yeah.
Give me an O. Give me a V. I told you they were going to cover. They're not nearly as bad as you think they are. Those numbers are so big. What are you doing?
No, he's telling us not to talk
don't
loud.
Yell.
We do a radio show.
Yeah, this
so
is a
don't
radio
don't
show.
send us to places where we can't talk.
Yeah.
Well, we can talk, but we just don't need to yell.
So do you want to talk golf announcers?
No.
Golf
Yeah.
announcers.
You can try it. You should do that for the rest of the time. Go right ahead. Just talk like that for the rest of the time.
Yeah, I've never understood that. Like I remember one time I was doing a live shot for Channel 2, and it was at a press conference, and the press conference starts, and I'm doing the live shot, and everybody goes, shh, shh, shh. And I go, I'd be happy to leave.
Right.
They go, no, we don't want you to leave.
Yeah.
I go,
See,
if you invite a radio station to your event, we're going to speak.
By the way, and for some reason, when I'm at a golf tournament, I always talk louder because I just don't like golf.
You want to screw
Let
up
me
the
see if
people
I
on the
can
team.
screw them up.
I see what you're doing.
That's
But
how I roll.
UCLA is just so bad, and now they got on Big Noon Saturday.
They're covering. Come on. That's
Stop
2
it.
weeks in a row
Stop
they covered.
We covered 2 weeks in a row.
2
That's
weeks
all
in
we
a
can
row.
root for.
That's a win.
I want still to at least be competitive and have a win, get close to a win against.
Well, you had Hawaii.
No,
Too bad it's not Hawaii every week.
It was sad that we had that close against Hawaii.
I know. It's so close, too.
We got Big Noon Saturday this weekend against Penn State.
Oh, wait a minute. Is it Penn State or here?
I believe.
Oh, it's at Penn State, I think. I think they're in Happy
Penn
Valley.
They're
Yeah.
Happy Valley. Big news Saturday.
Yeah.
That's going to be a blowout.
By the way, are you watching the Aaron Hernandez thing yet?
Yes.
The guy that's playing Urban Meyer is
so good.
So good.
Well, did you recognize the guy who plays Tebow?
Oh yeah, that's Schwarzenegger's kid,
Patrick
Schwarzenegger, and does a really good job.
Yeah.
It's a good show. I like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss it's on again tomorrow night. I'm gonna miss him not being at Florida. He's leaving at this.
Oh right, he's out of it.
So now here come all the Patriot guys.
I'm talking to the producers this afternoon. You know they didn't put Tom Brady in this. There is no Tom Brady intentionally. They said we just don't need another big star to try to cast. I mean, who do you cast as Tom Brady?
The guy,
Tom Brady.
The guy who was
Tom Brady.
The guy who was playing Aaron Hernandez is really good.
He is excellent. He was in. Apparently, he was in West Side Story and a couple other things. Broadway guy, and gained all the weight and got credible in terms of. The other thing I like about that show is the football's pretty good. They didn't. I mean, that's the hardest thing in any sports movie is to make the game look good. I thought they showed it in limited amounts, and it was credible. Did you think so?
I totally agree. I think they were using actual game footage and then cutting in footage from the show.
Although I heard the NFL was incredibly unhelpful in the making.
No, but in college, Florida, I think it let him do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe as he turns the corner now and goes to the Patriots, they'll have to shoot all their own football scenes.
Yeah. Let me see while we're waiting here. I was going to say I'm disappointed that the Rams were not able to win that game yesterday. It was almost a perfect weekend for me. I can't remember the last time I had a weekend where both USC and the Rams won. It seems like we go 1-1 most weeks.
You might get it this week. Who does USC play this week?
USC's at Minnesota -8.5.
They'll win that game.
Yep.
And the Rams could beat the Packers. Jordan Love had a big game, but the Packers looked not invincible.
Right.
They end up losing to the Vikings.
Yeah.
They could win.
They have Jordan Love back. I mean,
the Rams could win that game.
But they almost, I mean, I don't think you can afford to go 1-4. I think if you can get to the bye at 2-3, I think you got a legit chance with guys coming back after the bye like Puka and Cooper Kupp and Darius Williams and those guys. At 1-4, can they climb out of a hole?
Well, you and I were part of, I think, the only team in the last 30 years or so that went 0-4, one of those Charger teams. And we used to have Bobby Ross, the coach, on with us every week, kind of like we have McVay now. And he kept saying, we're not giving up, we're not giving up, we're not giving up. And sure enough, they made the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, I don't think it's as impactful as you're making it out to be. The difference between 2-3 and 1-4 is pretty small.
Oh, it's a full game.
Exactly.
It's a full game.
One game is doable.
Yeah, no, because if they can win, then beat the Raiders, they're at 500.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Hi, Max.
Here we go. Joining us right now at Lakers Media Day at the UCLA Health Training Center is Max Christie. Max, great to see you, man. How are you?
Good, man. How are you doing?
Good, man.
Max, you signed a big offseason deal with the Lakers, which must have made you feel good. I guess when they make an offer like that to you and you agree to it, you know that they want you and you want them. How'd that make you feel to extend with the team that you signed with out of college?
Yeah, I mean, it was super cool. I mean, it was, like you said, it's pretty mutual from the start. You know, we both wanted to get a deal done together. I wanted to be back here. We got a really good thing going with us. We got a good core of guys. We've been winning at a high level for the past 2 years, and so we're trying to get over that hump, and it felt good kind of just to sign that new deal and try to, work towards that goal again.
So you got a couple extra bucks in the paycheck. Now, have you sprung for anything? Have you treated yourself to something?
No, I haven't made any big purchases. I'm pretty frugal when it comes to my money for the most part.
Good for you.
Yeah, I'm not really big on spending any, cars or stuff. I don't really need it right now. So when the time comes, if I need a new car, I'll get one. But I haven't made a big purchase with the new contract yet.
You're sitting next to me. I'm trying to get used to this. You wearing number 12.
Yep.
What was the reason for the jersey change?
Yeah, so 12 was my high school. That was like my childhood number that I first picked. So that's my high school number.
TP had it last year, right? Torian Prince
TP had it last year. Yep. And then my brother, who plays for the Clippers now, also wears number 12. So I thought it would be pretty cool if we both kind of wear the same number. And again, it was kind of like my first number that I picked.
I forgot that your brother plays for the Clippers. Are you two living together?
No, well, I mean, we live right next to each other. We're not living in the same apartment.
in the same dwelling.
We're not in the same unit.
But you can go out to dinner.
You're not roommates.
Yeah, it takes me 30 seconds to walk to his place.
Yeah. Okay.
Got it. So you're close, but not roommates.
Is his game similar to yours?
Yeah, I would say so. We're about the same height. He maybe had like a quarter of an inch on me. I mean, he always brags about that. But, yeah, we're pretty similar. I think we can both really shoot it well, and he's turning into a really good defender as well. So I think he's going to make his mark, too, for the Clippers and eventually in the league as well.
So tell me about this offseason. Were you here all summer? Were you working all summer? How'd that go?
Yeah, I was really between here and Chicago, which is where I'm from. I was in Chicago for most of the beginning, and I've been back here for the last, 2 months now. So I've been here working out, doing some group workouts, some individual workouts, with the team, with the guys, getting used to the new coaching staff. So I'm excited for the start of training camp tomorrow.
You're in an interesting spot. We're talking to Max Christie in that you've kind of been tutored under LeBron James and Anthony Davis, two guys who are going straight to the Hall of Fame.
Right.
What have you learned from those two more than anything else?
Honestly, I've just observed them over the past 2 years that I've been here, seeing, their pregame routines, how they go about their business, and I've learned a lot about, the mental side of the game for them, how they, manage stress, how they manage, all the emotions that come with being in their shoes and playing for the Lakers, and basketball-wise, seeing how they manipulate the game and how they think about the game, how they approach the game. So, I could go on and on. It's just a whole bunch of observing and seeing how they go about their business. Like you said, they're both Hall of Famers, and they're there for a reason. So I have a perfect opportunity to watch those guys, and there's no reason why I shouldn't take advantage of that.
So this year, with the new contract and talk from the coaching staff, it sounds like you're going to be a rotation player. That's the goal, and that's the game. Does extra pressure come along with that, knowing that you're going to be in that rotation every game in and game out?
Yeah, not really. I think for me it's honestly exciting. It's something I've been wanting to do for the past 2 years that I've been here, and now it's my opportunity to go do it. And I'm super excited. I feel like I'm very prepared. I've prepared myself all off season. I prepared myself really for the last 2 years for this. So, I have no doubts about myself. Obviously some games are going to be good, some games are going to be bad, but I'm very process oriented. So I'm looking forward to kind of, like you said, being in the rotation. Hopefully I earn that spot, and trying to go through up and downs of the season, trying to stay even keeled. And obviously the end goal for us as a team is win a championship. So if I can contribute to that in any way, then I'm looking forward to it.
Max Christie is with us, and you and I talked about this during the season a bunch, but you now jump higher and run faster than you did when we drafted you.
Yeah, for sure.
You're a better athlete now than you were when you came out of Michigan State. But you get most of the credit for that because you put the work in. But who else gets the credit for that? I want to give you a chance to kind of recognize some of the people that helped you get there.
Yeah.
Is it coaches? Is it trainers? Is it chefs? All the above? How would you answer that?
Well, like you said, it's a bunch of different pieces. I think my head strength coach for me is Randy Flores.
Yeah.
He's huge
Great
for
guy.
me. Yeah, he's awesome. He's really helped me with putting weight on, getting stronger, and what that becomes, more athletic and things of that nature. And,
do you have to shoot through weightlifting so you don't screw up your shot, or is it?
Yeah, no, it's a big thing. Randy, Randy's about his business in the weight room for sure. It's not, it's not a walk in the park. So he's done a good job with me with that, and he's been phenomenal. We've communicated, really well on that sort of thing, and he's been awesome. And then, like you said, I've done a lot of work with nutrition and sleep and hydration and all sorts of stuff, just trying to make sure my body's in the right shape, right form to honestly keep improving, and then obviously stay in shape throughout the season too. So
you mentioned sleep. I sleep 10 hours a night. How much do you sleep?
Yeah, 8 to 10.
8 to 10. Sure. That's nice.
Yeah,
how much
last night I went to bed early and I got a lot of
4
sleep.
max.
Ireland sleeps 4 hours.
I got the Kobe Bryant disease. I don't sleep, man.
Hey,
but
it worked out for him. So.
Yeah, there you go. So what has JJ told you? Obviously, this is a key. This is probably the biggest offseason you've ever had because you're going, as Mace said, from a bench guy to a rotation guy. What has JJ told you need to do to stay on the court?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for him with me is just being that energy guy and kind of really just taking the load off of the stars that we have. We got our starting five, and I want to come in off the bench and try to pack that punch on the defensive end especially. Offensively, I can knock down a three. I can create for myself when I need to be. But, with the guys that we have in our team, that's not necessarily going to be the focal point of my game. And so for me, it's just kind of doing the little things. He talks about crashing the glass, trying to get extra possessions. That's something that, we struggle with the past 2 years that I've been here. And then, too, obviously trying to unlock my defensive ability as well. I think I've shown, over the past 2 years that I can guard perimeter guys pretty well, and I want to extend myself, hopefully try to pick up full court a little bit more, pressure guys a little bit more. I've always kind of kept guys in front. I haven't really gotten a lot of steals, but I've just been super solid. So for me, it's just kind of expanding on that and trying to get better, in those facets of the game and just trying to control what I can control and do all the little things.
Now, strangely, you're from Chicago. Anthony Davis is from Chicago, but AD is a Packers fan.
Yeah, I know.
Are you a Bears fan?
Ridiculous. I am a Bears fan.
All right, so he's the biggest Rams fan here. You want to rub it in a little?
Yeah. Great win last night.
Yeah,
yesterday.
good.
Great win.
Caleb Williams, are you excited?
Yeah, he's a rookie, and he's going to be really good. Yeah, I mean, it's tough as as a number one pick coming in, a consensus number one pick coming in and being a quarterback, everybody's, got expectations. But I think he's doing a really good job so far. He got a really good win yesterday against the Rams.
Just stop saying that.
Yeah, so, I mean, the Rams are a good team, too. And, so it was a big win for him. I think I'm sure it boosted his confidence a lot. I know I have confidence in him. I'm a huge fan of the Bears, and I want.
Yeah, I'm a huge Caleb fan. I think he's going to be a transcended quarterback.
Yeah, I think
I'm incredibly high.
Yeah. It's weird. It sucks seeing people kind of like count him out after 1 or 2 games.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah.
So you get it's the first time going through a new job and. On the highest stage of football. So he's got to get used to it, and he's getting his legs underneath him. He's going to be good.
All right, Max, really excited for you this year, man. I think you're going to get some opportunities you maybe didn't get last year, so take advantage.
Yes,
good
thank
luck.
you guys.
You
Appreciate it.
All right,
Great luck to you, man. Have a great season.
Yeah.
All right, there's Max Christie of the Lakers, and we will get a break in. Coming right back, UCLA Health Training Center, Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Okay, if you're looking to sell your home quickly and easily without having to deal with repairs or the worry of buyers qualifying for those new high-interest rate loans, call Sellers Advantage. With thousands of satisfied customers, they're the go-to choice for homeowners looking to sell their homes fast. They will buy your home for a competitive cash offer and close in just days, not weeks or months, days. You don't need any repairs because they buy homes as is, and they have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau and the most 5-star reviews. No wonder thousands of sellers have chosen Sellers Advantage. Sellers Advantage is the fastest and most stress-free way to sell your home. If you're ready to sell, call Sellers Advantage, get a no-obligation offer, 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS and sellersadvantage.com. Joining us now is my guy, D'Angelo Russell.
How's
Great
that handicap?
to see you, man. It's good. It's good. I can't wait to get back out there with you. You've been playing?
Man, I have.
Austin, D'Lo, Bill McDonald, and I play a lot of golf.
Yeah.
And D'Lo is he's picked up golf and learned it as fast as anyone I've ever seen.
Faster than me?
No, he's good.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's why I put my relationship in jeopardy trying to get good. But
is that right? It takes so much. That's why I've never golfed. It takes so much time. Where do you find the time to play 18
We
holes?
get up really
early.
Yeah, both of us.
On the road, too.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Yeah, all right, so how's your off season?
It's good, man.
Everybody
Fatherhood, dude.
Yeah, how's that? How old's your boy now?
My boy's 2. I got a baby girl. She's about 2 months.
Oh, boy, so you're playing man-to-man a little bit there? Yeah.
Getting active, man.
Yeah.
Active.
Yeah, good. You had a kind of a breakthrough season last year, but I always thought that was just a case of opportunity presenting itself to you, that you've always been that player.
Yeah.
You just got the minutes.
Yeah.
Did you feel the same way?
Yeah. I like to say opportunity meets preparation.
Right. Now, John Wooden used to say luck
Did
is
he?
defined as when opportunity meets preparation. Make your own luck.
I love that. I always prepare myself to be in a position to where I don't know, be successful, I guess.
Right.
Coming back around here and playing around the talent that we were playing with, I was just prepared to be in that position, and with LeBron and AD, those guys, and without those guys as well. So just trying to continue to showcase my ability.
Terrific season, 3-point shooting last year. A career best, I would say. That was an unbelievable year. What's it like being part of that starting lineup with AD and LeBron? What's it like out there for you?
For me, obviously trying to feed those guys, man. I'm trying to find a way to compliment those guys throughout the game early, helping them have their imprint on the game early, and then whatever crumbs and scrapes I can get after that.
You got a lot of crumbs
you
last
did
year,
well.
man. Ton of crumbs.
JJ told us last week that he's communicated with you since he got the Laker job probably as much as any other player. What are those communications like? What is he saying he wants to see from you? What do you hope to see from him?
Pretty much me texting him and him responding. I got all the questions, man. He's got all the answers.
Give me one. Give me one typical question you might ask him.
Dude, what did I just ask him? He put in a new play like maybe a few weeks ago. He put in a new set, and I was literally.
You were asking him about the play?
I asked him about. My son's birthday was the 28th, so he put this play in maybe 2 weeks ago, and I was at my son's birthday trying to organize some things, and I thought of the play, and I was like, this action's going to be huge. And I texted him. He hit me right back, and he was like, dude, it's going to be exciting, man, where we got this. And I was like, man,
You mentioned that play. J.J. Redick, obviously here now, new coach. The same guys, right? Same group. So you got continuity, and you've added a new coach. He's talked about new systems and new lane. Tell me about that, sort of coming along in this new system.
Yeah, I think structure is what teams need. You know, when you get it in college and then you get to the NBA, you may go to an organization that doesn't give you that. And for the Lakers, that's not really been their priority over the past. So to have that, you feel it. You feel it now. So that's a good feeling to have that now. And for the young kids, it's even better.
I noticed that when you were doing your big interview over there with the mass media, you said something interesting. You said, I want to apologize for some interviews I've done in the past. I feel like I could have been more professional. I don't know what you're talking about. You're my favorite guy to talk to. I've never thought you were unprofessional. You did feel you were unprofessional?
I didn't, but, I got some people around me. I really trust their opinion. You know, and some of my folks were just like, bro, you got to hold yourself more accountable, even if the coaches or whoever's not.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And I may have went out and I know I was trending for not sitting with the team when I knew I was kind of I was hydrating in the moment, and I was a little frustrated.
See, I would defend you there. That's kind of your routine. I know you pretty
You know
well.
that. So, but I have to answer that.
Yeah.
And that's the perception around the league on this.
Why do you think you get that?
I think it's a good storyline for the NBA.
Yeah.
Well, I would argue that it's optics. So, in other words, he prepares differently. I'm talking about you like you're not here.
For sure.
D'Lo prepares differently than other people. So if he's off to the side during a timeout, dribbling and running plays through his head, people see that and they go, oh, he doesn't care about the huddle, where the truth is you're just getting ready to go back in.
Sure. I've been misconstrued since I got in the league. I'm sure everybody has. But for me, I've been misconstrued, and I never answer that. So maybe like last year and this year, I won't this year, but last year I took a year off of being the guy that didn't answer and didn't have the answer. I wanted smoke. I wanted to talk about. I wanted all the confrontation, and the perception of that was I probably was selfish, or I didn't care, or wasn't professional, or I need to hold myself accountable. And that's what I had to respond with. But really, I'm the most selfless guy. You know, I'm all team.
Well, I would say the thing people don't know about you
misconstrued
that it's evident to the guys in the travel party, but it's not to the outside world, is you would rather have an assist than a bucket.
Come on, man.
And, you know who else is like that, believe it or not?
LeBron.
Yeah. The all-time leading scorer in the NBA. If you put both you guys on a lie detector and you said what you're ready to do. Matter of fact, I want to ask you about a fun one. Every year on 8/24, we rerun the fourth quarter of Kobe's last game, which you were a part of. When you think about that game, what do you remember more than anything else?
Listen, I say this all the time. It was so crazy that game was a blur to me, one. But two, it was we were like chickens with our heads cut off trying to get Kobe the ball.
Yeah.
And I just remember having the ball and getting booed.
Yeah, right.
And getting booed. And
like, give it to him.
How can I get him the ball? And I always remember that.
And he wouldn't miss.
Yeah, no,
that was the one
That was
thing.
an unbelievable night.
Tough shots. He made everything. You could see it in his face. He looked like he was 20 again, and it was a cool experience.
Yeah, it was so cool to be in the building for that. So cool.
Yeah. All right, man. I'm so glad you're back. I know there's a lot of talk every year with the guy with your. I hear this phrase "tradable contract."
Yeah, I know.
It drives me crazy.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't because from you. I mean, the media says.
But it's a narrative, right?
Yep.
This is kind of what you're talking. This is a narrative.
I don't answer to him usually. Last year I did, but this year you'll see me. I'll be more quiet.
But it's kind of funny.
Don't be too quiet.
Because people know that you and I are boys a little bit, and so I always preface stuff by saying, "I'm Team D'Lo." So with this tradable contract stuff, come with somebody else with that. But I'm genuinely happy you're here.
Dude, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I think that you're a good fit here, and this is a good fit for you. I think you guys can win a title with this group if things break right.
For sure.
So great to see you, man.
Dude, always appreciate seeing you.
Awesome, man. Great seeing you, man. D'Angelo Russell there of the Lakers. And tell me again.
Why don't you do some Jacob, and then we'll hit a
I'll do some Jacob. All right. Excellent. So Jacob Bronny, official legal partner of the Los Angeles Rams, official legal partner of LAFC, official legal partner of the Los Angeles Lakers. This is the thing about Jacob. He loves L.A., and he loves the people of L.A., and he knows that if you get into an accident, he's the guy. He is the real deal. You want somebody who is going to handle the entire thing, from getting your car fixed to getting a rental car to getting to see a doctor, all that stuff, dealing with the insurance company. Jacob is the guy you want. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
CallJacob.com. And don't forget to follow Call Jacob on Instagram. Go to @call.jacob on Facebook and on Instagram. And remember, when you call him, tell him Mason and Shadano from 710 ESPN sent you. And joining us right now, Cam Reddish. What's up, Cam? How you doing?
And looking good. Tight haircut,
yeah.
Clean cut. You're looking like Mr. Corporate over there, man. You look good. How you feeling?
I feel pretty good. How you doing?
Good. You like your new look?
Yeah.
Yeah. You could run for office. Not that you would want to in this crazy world we live in.
So what was your off season like?
My off season, it was pretty good. I spent most of my time in Atlanta. Trained, pretty much every single day, and cut my hair in the midst of all of that. Now we're here.
Cam, new coaches coming in this year. You had to follow orders from Darvin last year. Now you've got JJ. What have your conversations been like? I know you're not actually going to get on the court with everybody till tomorrow, but what's the new coaching staff tell you they want to see out of you?
Just doing the small things. A lot of things I did last year. Defending at a high level, shooting the ball pretty well, and just doing it to the best of my ability. Just trying to mesh really, really well with the new guys and just kind of go from there.
From a coaching perspective, last year Darvin, now obviously JJ. What's changed so far?
I'm not one to compare, but it's been really detail oriented so far, and I think JJ cares a lot about the small details, and you can tell the intensity's been pretty high, and but so far it's been all good, all fun.
Playing with LeBron and AD for a year, did it make you a better player? Was there anything you can take from their games, or are you just they're different in body type and style than you are? Is it more just trying to contribute on the outside, or can you learn from them?
No, you can learn from him. You can learn from them. You can learn from pretty much anybody in the NBA, honestly. But you get to see how they, take care of themselves and, carry themselves with a lot of the, media attention they get and stuff like that. So you learn a lot of the small things, off the court. Obviously, you get to see how great they are on the court, but I feel like you get to learn a lot more, about, life and media and stuff like that, being around them.
You mentioned media. Do you like being part of this? Do you like doing all the media aspect of stuff?
I'm not the biggest fan, but I do. I do what I have to do.
It's only one day, Cam.
Yeah.
You only got to do it for one day.
Yeah, this is it.
Hey, so when people ask me who's going to break out in the NBA this year, I said, if the word Zion doesn't come out of your mouth in the first thing, you played with Zion and R.J. Barrett at Duke.
Yeah.
I think Zion is a sleeping giant. Perhaps first-team All-NBA sleeping giant. Am I overrating him? You know him better than I do.
No, I don't think so. I don't think you're overrating him. I think he has all the ability in the world to become all of that.
When you have to guard him, because you know his game a little bit, just make him shoot outside, I guess? Is that, because his first step's pretty scary, isn't it?
Yeah. It's been 6 years since, we were on the same team, so I'm sure things have changed, but for the most part, yeah.
For you, as you think about this year, for you individually, what's a great season?
Man, there's a ton of different answers I could give you, but I think just, solidifying a consistent role and having a consistent, just place on this team will be a win for me.
Cam, last thing for me, this league's full of great players, and you have already, young in your career, been identified as a lockdown defender. Whose game do you respect the most in the league? Like when you get assigned, I know you rise to these challenges, but who's the number one challenge for you? Toughest guy you've had to guard in the league so far. You're still a pretty young guy, but so far, who's the guy that you respect the most offensively?
Man, that list goes on and on. Maybe KD. I'll probably have to go.
Because he can get a shot. You can play perfect defense on him and get a shot off anyway, right?
The height difference makes it tough.
Yeah, it releases way up high. Yeah.
Well, listen, Cam, thank you the media thing you're doing fine. This is great.
For a guy who doesn't like it, you did great.
You did great.
Appreciate it.
It's great seeing you. Thank you very much. Have a great season, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, Cam Reddish.
Great to see you, man. Hair looks good.
Thank you.
Again, from the UCLA Health Training Center, and we are going to take a quick break. We're coming right back. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Gear up and get out to Kelsey's at Pachanga, the top spot in the Temecula Valley to watch all the Monday Night Football action. Dozens of TVs means all your favorite games. Plus a M&F food menu fit for the greatest fans. Sliders, loaded tater tots, pulled pork pizza, and a lot more. Plus you'll find beers on tap and incredible craft cocktails at Kelsey's. Visit Pachanga.com and follow at Pachanga Casino on Instagram for info about special and exclusive NFL team appearances. We'll see you at Kelsey's at Pachanga.
Join Mason and Ireland Wednesday, October 2nd from noon to 3 at Ralph's on Hawthorne Boulevard in Redondo Beach. Come see Lakers legend James Worthy for a meet and greet and enter ESPN LA's Ultimate Winery Sweepstakes for a wine country experience at Francis Ford Coppola Winery.
Just as every point matters, every detail counts in our meticulously crafted vehicles. Experience luxury at the top of its game. Welcome to Cadillac of Beverly Hills, the #1 Cadillac dealer in the Western region for the 3rd year in a row. Come and check out the incredible selection of new and pre-owned vehicles today at our showroom, 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills, and at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino. Join Travis Rogers and Kirk Morrison Sunday, October 6th for their live Rams postgame show from Ray's Lounge at Hollywood Park Casino. Win prizes and party with Travis, Kirk, and ESPN LA fans. Hollywood Park Casino is Los Angeles' premier card room casino and entertainment destination. Enjoy a postgame meal and drink at Ray's Lounge right after the game. Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino. Elevate your game. Must be 21 and older.
This college football moment is brought to you by Serve Pro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. For instance, on September 21st, 2019, UCLA trailed Washington State 49-17 with under 7 minutes left in the third quarter. From that point forward, the Bruins erased that 32-point deficit, outscoring the Cougars 50-14 to win 67-63.
Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check that your guests like spicy first before serving Atomic Hot Wings.
Who's hungry? Oh my gosh. What are these?
You don't like them? Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Water.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
710 ESPN.
Back at the UCLA Health Training Center, and we are joined right now by the world-famous Bronny James, one of the most talked-about players in the National Basketball Association. Bronny, how are you, man?
Good. I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you for being here. First of all, how's your health? All the parts working?
Great. Yes, sir.
Okay,
yes, sir.
good. What'd you get out of summer more than anything else? Summer League, you had a chance to get your feet wet and play in the league. What'd you take from that experience?
Just trying to get better every day, trying to go learn, especially from – the change that I had going from college to the pros. I'm just coming in, getting my work in and trying to learn every day.
Rob told us last week that you had a pickup game and you were in it and your dad was in it. And you got switched on to your dad, and he went to the ring. What was said after that? What was said?
Can you say it on the radio? Or
I'm not sure if I can say all of it on the radio, but, a couple competitive words were exchanged. But nothing too crazy.
What's it like being out there and playing? I mean, even a pickup game playing with your dad.
It's surreal. I mean, it's a crazy experience. We've been competitive with each other our whole lives when it comes to video games or backyard hoops. So it's normal in a way, but it's a special experience for sure.
All right, answer this question any way you want because it's pretty open-ended. What have you learned from your dad about basketball more than anything else?
I'd say the schedule and routine that he goes by in regards to keeping his body straight, making sure he's getting his work in at the same time, studying the game as well. I just try to take bits and pieces from everything that he's done over this 20-something years and implements it into my routine.
Yeah, I think he may have the greatest routine in NBA history.
Yeah, it's crazy. What he does is amazing.
Right.
Now, you said we talked about the basketball part. What's the greatest life lesson you've learned from your dad?
I'd say there's just a lot of, people and haters that want to see you fail, and just keep continuing to block those people out and block the noise out, and getting up and coming to the gym every day and getting the work in, and that's what I've continued to do my whole serious basketball career.
Do you read anything that's written about you, or do you tune everything out?
No, it's a lot. So I see some stuff every once in a while, but I tend to try to not look at it, what's being said about me, because they haven't stepped in my shoes. And,
sure.
Yeah.
What's your social media game like?
Not as big as it used to be, right?
Yeah. I've stayed away from that for sure.
All right, so everybody who follows you knows that your college experience was cut short by the heart thing.
Mm-hmm.
But now that you've had a chance to play pickup here and you've worked out with some of these Laker guys, in your mind, the biggest difference between major college basketball and NBA basketball is what?
Physicality. The physicality.
A little
and
faster,
the skill.
too?
Yeah. Speed, pace, physicality. Also just knowing the game, knowing where you're supposed to be, knowing what actions to run at what time. I feel like that's the biggest part. It's more thinking the game, I feel like, for the professional side, but pace and physicality as well.
You were here. I think you were here for the summer for voluntary training, right?
They played in the summer league team.
In the summer league. Yeah. What's the training with JJ and the coaching staff? What has that been like for you getting ready for this season?
Yeah, just most part, just them telling me that I've been given the opportunity here and they don't want me to waste it. So just getting up every day, coming in, getting the work in. My teammates just getting shots up and stuff like that, individual work. So just making sure that I'm, stacking days every day and not, taking anything for granted.
When we talk to Rob about you, what he says is, we're going to develop Bronny. We're going to make him into the player we think he can be. Mm-hmm. That's sometimes hard for the player.
Yeah.
Because you, of course, want to play every game and help the Lakers at the NBA level and stuff like that. Is that hard to be patient, or have you kind of accepted it's all part of the deal?
No, I mean, I know that I'm not going to be, thrown into the rotation immediately. So I've, accepted that role and coming in and getting better every day and learning from the vets and people that are going to be, receiving heavy minutes. So I have no problem with, sitting back and learning these first couple of years and then, building up from there.
Last thing for you. Do you have any idea when you're going to be on the floor with your dad for the first time?
I do not. I do not.
I don't know if anybody
I would be dumb if I didn't ask the question.
I understand. Yeah, but I don't know yet.
All right. Hey, listen, Bronny, thank you very much for coming over. We wish you great success this season. Have fun, man.
Thank you.
Great to see you. Congratulations.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Bronny James joining us, and we will stay here, I am told. But I'm the worst at stage
why.
directions. I think I do.
Yeah, he's trying to get LeBron.
Yeah, I think I know. Yeah.
Yeah, so, LeBron should be joining us in about 3 to 4 minutes.
3 to 4 minutes. All right. Well, we can fill that.
Yeah. Not our first rodeo.
No.
The one thing I'll say about Bronny, he was talking about how the haters want to tear you down. I'm stunned. The two things that have stunned me the most this year on our show are A, Bronny hate.
Yep.
And B, and you two are part of this, the overwhelming amount of people that want Dave Roberts fired if the Dodgers don't win the World Series. But neither one make any sense to me, and here's why the Bronny stuff doesn't make sense to me. He's the 55th pick.
Right.
I want anybody, before they rip him, to go look at a list of the 55th pick in the draft for over the last however many years you want to go back.
It's a roll of the dice.
Not only is it a roll of the dice, it's a highly improbable roll of the dice. Not very many 55th picks make it.
Yep.
So it's what you do with the 55th pick is you take a flyer.
Right.
All right, you go out and say, okay, this guy's the son of the greatest player in the history of the world. Maybe he pops late.
Yeah, right.
And so that's why if Bronny was drafted where Dalton Knecht was drafted,
then it would have been questionable.
I think the criticism would have been more warranted.
Right.
But 55th and people are on him? I don't get it.
I don't think anybody actually hates Bronny at all.
Oh, take a look at my social media.
It's not about him, though. It's about what is going to be. So if he plays a ton of minutes and it feels like he's taking minutes away from guys that deserve it, then people are going to be upset with that. If he plays in the G League and he waits like he was just talking about for a couple of years,
do his work,
It does his work. Everybody will be totally fine with that. They understand why.
Greg, I think you're overrating human nature. There are people that will never, ever be happy that he's here.
Well, and there are people that look at it and they resent it because their dad didn't get them into some business or other,
right? Sure,
but people hold that against them.
Yeah,
and
they
hold it against Bronny.
I don't know. I really feel like most people, there's always going to be people on social media and other places that are going to say, oh, hate.
Wait, hate on social media? Are you kidding?
Wait a minute. I have not seen any hate.
I know, you don't. That's the weird thing.
Weirdly, I do not get anything hateful.
Okay. And I'll even go back to your Dave Roberts thing just real fast.
Yeah.
If he gets to the World Series, he doesn't win the World Series, but it sounds like those were all good decisions that he made. Everything from his gut made sense. I would then still agree with you. But I feel like if he has bad gut decisions, like he typically does in those situations, that's why you'd want him to go. It's not about what he's done in the regular season. It's about what he does.
Well, obviously, because no one's ever been as good as him in the regular season.
I also think it's not necessarily winning the World Series, but how they play and the decisions that lead up to it.
Yes.
So I think the jury is completely out. I would understand if they changed voices at the end of the year, but I will say this. He does not have a good hand in terms of starting pitching.
Bottom of the 8th in Atlanta.
Okay.
Mets 6, Braves 4.
All right.
Braves have 2 men on and 2 out. So the go-ahead run is at the plate. Again, because we kind of touched on this earlier, but we didn't resolve it. As a Dodger fan, what should I be rooting for?
Hang on, I've got my scenarios written down.
I don't think it really matters either way. Whatever you're going to get, you're going to play what's in front of you. But you don't really. All these are going to be extremely good teams that you're going to face.
Mets are winning.
The Mets are up 6-4.
We want a sweep. We want a series sweep for the Mets.
Does that knock the Braves out?
That knocks the Diamondbacks would be the 6,
and the Braves completely out.
And the Braves completely miss the playoffs. So I think we're rooting for the
sweep. Mets to hold on to this lead and then somehow win the next game.
Correct. Then they're the 5.
By the way, I don't think I made it clear. This is game 1 of a doubleheader.
Yes.
Yeah. And
it's because of the hurricane and they rescheduled.
And these are the last 2 games of the MLB regular season. So by the end of the second game, we'll have the complete playoff picture. The American League's locked.
Yes.
National League, we're waiting to see who the last 2 wildcard teams are. We got 3 teams for 2 spots. Diamondbacks, Mets, Braves. One of those teams is going to be out.
Right.
So the team, if the Mets hang on here.
Yep.
It's
somebody just got to say, it's bases loaded now?
Bases loaded.
It was a 4-pitch walk.
Yikes. So. 2 out, though.
Yes. So it's 2 outs, 4. It's bottom of the 8th, 1-0 count, 6-4, bases loaded for the Braves. It's going to be wild the rest of the way.
I would bet on split. I would bet.
What happens if they split?
If they split, the Braves are the 5 and play the Padres, and the Mets become the 6.
Right. So either way, the Braves are going to have to pay the project. That means you play either the Padres or the Braves. Each one is going to be hard.
Right.
Or if you get rid of the Braves, that team is probably going to. The Mets are probably going to lose to the Padres. You're seeing the Padres no matter what.
Yeah, I want the Mets. I want Dodgers, Mets.
The Mets.
Let's get New York this year. Dodgers, Mets, and then Dodgers, Yankees in the World Series.
I'm normally the opposite of this.
Just take what's in front of you, man.
I always want the matchup that's best for our ratings. That's best.
Padres.
Yeah, Padres would be it. I want nothing to do with the stinking Padres. They scare the crap out of me.
Well, we got to
took 2 or 3 from.
Yeah,
but they only won. I think they lost 8 of 12.
Right.
They're our side of the bracket.
They are
14,
not
8 of 14,
and they are not scared of the Dodgers.
Right, and they're no matter what on our side of the bracket, right?
They're who? The Padres.
The Padres.
Padres
are an outside. So it's really the question
no matter
is,
what.
Will it be Mets or will it be Braves that we face?
Correct.
And
Mets, Braves, or Padres. Those are the 3 teams that we can see.
Yeah.
This has got to be so tense in Atlanta. Bases loaded. Ugh. So the go-ahead run is on first base, but there are 2 outs. You know who's pitching? Edwin Diaz. Oh, come on.
Human fire can. All right. We'll get a quick break in here. We're coming right back. Lakers Media Day,
no.
I call all the.
Oh, no.
What?
He just homered.
Oh, Grand Slam?
It's
7-6.
It's 7-6.
Oh!
It's a double.
Yeah, double.
It's a double.
Doubled in.
Wow.
He doubled
Cleared
it.
the
Bases loaded. He emptied the bases.
Wow.
So-
Diaz, too.
Now,
So if the Braves win the first game, they're in, right? And they won't play anybody in the second game. Right?
Yes. If the
Braves win, they're in.
If the Braves win, they're in. Either by sweep or by split.
And LeBron James is headed this way, right?
Okay. So that would mean the second game would determine if the Mets or the Padres are the other one.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, man.
All right.
And joining us now, the one and only LeBron
James. How are you, man?
What's up, Bron? How you doing, man?
How are you guys?
Excellent.
We're great, and we appreciate a couple of minutes of your time. I was just thinking, you kind of living your best life right now, aren't you?
I absolutely am. I had a hell of a summer. My son got drafted by the legendary Lakers, went off to Paris with the Avengers, and brought home gold.
Yeah.
Spent some time with the family as well.
We
so
saw
I'm
you
all
at an
good.
Adele concert in
Yeah.
Europe.
Oh, yeah.
You had
saw
a
you
good
singing.
summer.
You were
Yeah.
singing "Fire to the Rain," I think. In that
Absolutely. That's a hell of a song.
It is
I love
a great
that song.
And I heard after the did you get a tattoo for the
Yeah, I
rings?
got my Olympic rings right here. Yeah,
Nice.
so
Boy,
yeah, absolutely
That's
solidified, man. I love being an Olympian. I did it 4 times, and I'm excited about it.
All right, so I was thinking the other day, somebody comes up to me because they know I work with you, and they said to me, they're making, now you're in L.A., you'll appreciate this story. They're making a movie about Bill Walsh,
Really?
the football coach, and he said to me, John, do you think LeBron would consider playing Too Tall Jones in this movie? I said, I don't even know. I know LeBron's a Cowboy fan. I don't even know if he was alive when Too Tall Jones
man.
played.
I don't
do
know
you
if
even know who that is?
I do know who Too Tall Jones is because I'm a sports. I love sports. Love Bill Walsh, and I think he started the
West Coast
offense, right, with the Niners.
Right.
So I definitely know about Too Tall Jones, but I do not remember him playing football. I don't think I was old enough to watch it.
Right,
back
but
then.
I was trying to think. What's the weirdest thing somebody's ever offered you? Because you've got to get a bunch of weird ones.
I get a lot of weird stuff, so
Yeah.
I'll be here all day trying to say list them all.
So Rob told me last week that you guys had a pickup game and you got switched on to Bron. And you went to the rim. What was? Tell me about that moment and what was said afterwards.
No, that moment it's pretty special. Just being able to share the same court with him. Obviously, we've worked out together, we've trained together before in the past, but now, being teammates is definitely a different feeling. It's a surreal feeling. So just to get that matchup, it was pretty cool. He played great defense. He says that he saw the film and I stepped out of bounds. I don't believe it because I know how to work the baseline. I worked the baseline. You see him looking over here?
Yeah.
I worked the baseline very well, in the post, and I was able to finish it. Gave him a few words that'll stick with him until he get a stop. He probably give it back to me, though.
All right. LeBron, anybody who knows you knows how much a student of the game you are.
Yeah.
I know you must have thought about that Denver series and how you guys had the lead in 4 of the 5 games. When you look back on that, if I gave you a do-over, what should have you guys done differently? Or did it just go that way?
Yeah, I think it just went that way. I mean, I think that's a microcosm of one, the defending champions, and they've been in that situation a lot. They've been in that situation, one possession game, 2 possession game, and they took advantage of our miscues. When you don't pay attention to detail and, you try to, bring the game home, no matter if you're on the road or at home, teams will make you pay, especially a team like that, especially with the reigning MVP, and the way Maul was playing in that series too, and Michael Porter Jr. Those guys were just playing at extreme level high, at an extremely high level, and they made us pay every time we made a mistake. And I don't play, in the past. You got to get better from that moment though.
Last thing for you. So I was a regular listener to the Mind the Game podcast.
Yes, sir.
Which was a great show. Great show.
Yeah,
thank you.
But it feels like you and JJ have a shared philosophy. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I think so. We come from great coaching, throughout, our playing days. I'm still playing, obviously, he's still, he's now the head coach, but we've been coached the right way of how to play the game and then how to, be detailed oriented, what it takes to go out on the floor and prepare yourself every single night that you go on the floor, no matter from what level, and we shared those qualities and those moments throughout Mind the Game, and was able to give our listeners and give our people the insights and the nuances of what the game actually means and how you can be better and what the game is actually showing, and not just, running, jumping, passing, shooting, dunking, scoring, so, to have him now every single day, be along with him every single day, because I know
where his brain, how his brain works. He knows how my brain works. I think it's just going to be very seamless.
All right, last thing. We asked Bronny, what have you learned from your dad more than anything else? And he gave a great answer. He said, my dad taught me work ethic and how to treat people. What would you want him to say for that answer? What do you hope he's learned from you more than anything else?
I think, if it's something that you want, you have to work for it, and there's no there's no book or there's no there's nothing in the world that just being kind to people. You just be kind to
Golden
people.
rule.
I think
Yeah.
you don't. There's no money that's needed for that. There's no book that's needed for that. It's just be kind to people. And he's just a kind person. We try to teach our kids the basic steps of life. No matter wherever you go in life, how you can succeed in life. And he's carried that to this point where he'll be 20 years old next month, and he's going to continue to grow as a young man and as a man throughout his journey. And I hope that myself and Savannah have been able to instill, the basic qualities where he can now just flourish into his own.
You know how I know you practice what you preach? True story. Last year, Michael and I are in front of LeBron getting in line for the plane.
Oh, I was not going before you guys.
Michael says, LeBron, go ahead, man.
No.
He goes, no. My parents taught me right.
I can't
elders,
do that.
I got to respect
I got to. Absolutely.
Great to see you.
Thank you, man. Thanks, guys.
My mom, Donna, is thrilled. She's listening right now. She's your biggest fan.
Hello, Donna. And I hope you're listening. I'm glad you're listening. And you taught your son well. He's a great guy. So I appreciate you guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it a lot,
appreciate
man.
you guys.
LeBron James joining us here.
Thanks, brother.
During Lakers Media Day at the UCLA Health Training Center.
Isn't that interesting? Like when nobody's around, no cameras around, Michael says, "Hey, LeBron, go ahead."
Yeah.
And he goes, "No. You guys are my elders. You guys go." Not a lot of greatness in the game that would do
Michael
that.
is really elder to
exactly.
LeBron. So they've got to let him on first. All right, what am I doing?
Commerce first?
Oh, Commerce Casino. So listen, tonight, Commerce Casino. That's where Monday Night Football is happening. You got to get out there, see Shadano and Cap and all their hijinks tonight at Commerce Casino. I love this place. In fact, I got to go play some poker on Friday night at Commerce, and I did not have a good night, but I always have a good night at Commerce Casino because it is the biggest and best poker room in the world, and I generally speaking, I'm getting ready for the World Series of Poker, so I'm playing a little extra. It's coming up in November. If you want to be part of that, go to commercecasino.com. And again, remember tonight, Shadano and Cap live at the Commerce Casino. Giveaways, food specials, all the crazy stuff that they do on Shadano and Cap, all happening live at the Commerce Casino. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Enter for a chance to win the ultimate winery experience at Francis Ford Coppola Winery. With airfare for two, a two-night hotel stay, and a winery tour. Enter at ESPNLA.com. Must be 21 and a California resident. Prize awarded as a gift card. Francis Ford Coppola Winery, Geyserville, Sonoma County, California. Enjoy responsibly.
Hey, John Ireland here. Are you going through a life change? Whether you're downsizing, inheriting a home, or ready for a change, Seller's Advantage is here to make selling your home easy. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs, no hassle. With Seller's Advantage, you're in control. Close as quickly as you want and do it on your own terms. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-2747 or visit sellersadvantage.com.
At GNC, we know motivation can come from anywhere. You could be at the gym, totally focused on yourself and your own goals. You refuse to be gym-intimidated. Maybe you're on a weight loss journey, a new path to change your life. Nothing's gonna stop you. Or maybe you're putting in overtime on those booty goals. No shame in getting those gains round back. You could just be out to prove that when it comes to pickleball, you are a pickle baller. No matter what motivates you, we have the fuel to keep you going. Fuel your fitness at GNC.
Hey football fans, with BetMGM's Second Chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second.
BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Hey guys, it's Cap. So you get this letter from the Department of Water and Power with two big bold words:
high usage. And you don't really know what to do about it, but you kind of have an idea of who you can blame. So you go knock on your daughter's door and you go, hey, would you stop showering for 45 minutes twice a day? And then you go to your son and say, would you please stop washing your car 3 times a week? And then you continue with your life until you get another one of these beautiful letters that says high usage on it. This is where the Water Boy comes in. The Water Boy specializes in pressurized leak detection. All they do, day in and day out, is go to homes and find leaks. Their state-of-the-art equipment allows them to visually and acoustically inspect your pipes to find that stubborn leak that's constantly flowing. It can be anything from a failing toilet to a burst pipe in your slab. You don't even know it existed. They have ample amounts of experience from water damage restoration to general construction and plumbing that, when combined, allows them to master the art of leak detection. They do non-destructive leak detections, which means they're not going to open or damage the structure of your home. Their equipment is advanced enough to listen to the exposed surfaces and indicate where the leak is occurring. They are widely used by homeowners, property managers, and even realtors to inspect pressurized water systems to make sure they're intact and functioning with no leaks. Call Omer at the Water Boy Leak Detection today, 818-518-5055. Visit thewaterboyinc.com. That's the Water Boy Leak Detection at 818-518-5055. Talk to Omer. He's going to take good care of you at the Water Boy. Visit thewaterboyinc.com.
NextGen is the official AC heat and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans. And for a limited time, ESPN LA fans can get the NextGen Rewards membership for only $14.99 a month, reduced from $29.99. Keep your entire home comfortable year-round with coverages like multi-point tune-ups and cleanings on your AC, plumbing inspections, complimentary diagnostics, and discount parts. Call 833-3-NEXTGEN. That's 833-3-NEXTGEN and nextgenairandplumbing.com.
NEXGEN, call 833-3-NEXTGEN.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
And it is Mason and Ireland on this Monday, live from the UCLA Health Training Center for Lakers Media Day, as we get closer to the tip-off of Lakers basketball. And our coverage of Lakers Media Day on 710, made possible by Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Michelob Ultra, it's only worth it if you enjoy it. Please enjoy responsibly. Once again, back to UCLA Health Training Center and back to Mason and Ireland, live from Lakers Media Day.
All right, thanks to LeBron James for joining us there. By the way, he was fantastic.
Always.
And the thing is, he doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
But he just is.
Mace, this baseball game is insane.
Yeah.
We haven't had a chance to talk about it because we've been doing all these Lakers. It is 8-7 Mets in the top of the ninth with 2 outs. So if the Braves don't come back in the bottom of the ninth,
it's must win for them.
They have to play a second game of a doubleheader. And if they lose it, they're out. Atlanta is out. So big inning coming up here.
Now,
we'll
I
keep you
wonder
posted.
if the Mets do anything differently now that they're
in no matter what?
They're in no matter what.
If they win this game, this first game?
Well,
Right.
will it matter?
So
if
then
the-
it's either the Padres or the Braves who would be the odd team out?
No, the Padres are in. It'd be the Diamondbacks or the Braves.
Okay.
So will it will matter, though, what happens? Because if the Mets will be in no matter what. The
Yes.
Braves are trying to get in. But if
If
whoever
the
wins,
Mets win this game, they're in?
They're in.
They're in
Okay.
no matter what.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then does it matter whether they're the 6th seed or the 5 seed if they lose in the second game?
Well, you want the Dodgers or the Phillies is the question.
Well, no. Yeah, exactly. For the
Right,
Mets,
right.
do you want to
By
play
the way,
the Dodgers, the Phillies, or even the Padres or the Brewers? You see the
Right.
Brewers. You see the Brewers all the
right there,
time.
yeah.
You don't see the Padres. The Padres are probably better, so you'd probably want to win, right?
Yeah.
If I were the Mets and I'm in, I think I would not go all in on the win in the
No,
second
you'd want to
game.
lose and be the 6th.
And be the 6, exactly. That's
Right.
what I would want if I was the Mets. So they have incentive to lose, and the Braves have incredible incentive to win because winning they're in. So this second game is going to be interesting. I don't know who's pitching for the Mets, but I would immediately go to, I don't know,
Well,
one of my lesser
Luis
starters.
Severino versus Chris Sale in the second game.
Okay, so what's
Chris Sale,
interesting
they're
is
in.
Yeah.
what's interesting about that is that means they burned Sale for games
That
1
is
and
true.
2 of the playoffs.
Yep.
Yeah, they were
but
going
they
to no
have
matter
to.
what. And
They
I
have
guess.
to.
I guess. If
No,
they-
the reason they
yeah.
put him in game 2, Greg, is if they would have won.
Yeah, they
and
could-
by the way,
right.
I should say they still could
hold on.
win.
Yeah.
They're down to their. They have 3. If they get 2 runs here, they win it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think Mets I would root for a sweep, but I have a feeling the Braves are going to win this second game.
But, boy, I'll tell you what, it's tough to put your whole season into one game.
Right. And by the way, the other thing is, do they play tomorrow? Do they have to play?
They will have to play tomorrow. Yes,
on the road.
The wild cards on the roads in either San Diego or Milwaukee.
Whew. Yeah, that is a stern test for a team to be able to play 3 games in 2 days.
So if Chris Sale does pitch in the next game, he cannot pitch in the wild card any game.
Well, couldn't he pitch game 3?
No,
Why
it's
not?
3 days in a row. It goes 1, 2,
it's
3.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
It's 3 games in a row, all
Well,
on the road.
You could bring
Thursday-
it back on 3 days
Thursday
rest.
you could bring back
that's
3
2
days.
days rest.
Oh, 2 days rest, yeah.
So you get Friday's the only
But
one.
you have to throw him. You have to throw Sale because if you don't win that game, your season's over.
But you have to throw him in this game. But
Right.
But you can't throw him on 2 days rest.
He
won't see the wild card.
I probably wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
Well, because if you play him on Thursday, you burn him till like game 4.
Right.
Of the division series.
How are we feeling about the Dodgers?
Hey.
I don't know.
You feeling good about the Dodgers?
You feel good about the Dodgers? Yeah. The great Tim Harris.
Well, I think the Dodgers are exactly the same position they've been in for the past 4 years. The problem is the Mets knocked them out once, the Padres knocked them out once, the Diamondbacks knocked them out once, and the Braves knocked them out once.
The one thing I'll say is the starting pitching is just like this much better than last year.
It is slightly better.
Slightly better.
I feel better about Yamamoto pitched really well on Saturday.
Yep.
I feel good about Flaherty. I even feel good about
After
Walker
the
Buehler
last
and
start,
Landon Knack.
Yeah, Landon Knack's been. I mean, it's not exactly what they planned for, but it's what they got. And I think this is going to come down to offense. It's going to come down to Shohei Ohtani. Boy, I thought he was going to win the batting title.
Well,
it was so close.
It was like right there. He
and
almost won the
Arias,
Triple Crown.
who did win it, third time he's won a third different team. Only got to do that in 100 years. He sat out Saturday.
Yeah. I know.
And then he realized, I better go play
He's gonna catch
Sunday, and he got a hit.
What's the famous story, the Ted Williams story about the batting title? Didn't he play even though
a doubleheader on the last game of the season, and he could have gone under 400.
Right.
Yeah, and instead he got like 4
Instead
hits and finished at 406.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. I had a friend named Dave. I shout him out, Dave Engel, who was a minor league player in Toledo, and he was locked in a battle for the batting title with Wade Boggs, who was at Pawtucket at that time. And Dave sat out the last day of the season to preserve the batting title, and I always thought, that's kind of lame.
Well, there's a famous story about this. One year on the last day of the season, Ken Griffey Sr.
was
batting .336, and Bill Madlock, remember him?
Mad Dog.
Of the Pirates, was batting .331. And Griffey sat out the last day of the season, and Matlock got 4 hits.
Wow.
And Griffey caught wind of it and checked into the game to try, and he didn't get a hit, and Madlock won the batting title.
Wow.
So if it's me, I'd plan.
Oh, me
I
too.
I want to live or die with me. I don't want somebody else controlling my circumstances.
You have to do it that way. The baseball gods will take over.
And,
at
of
some
course, leadoff Braves batter, base hit, runner on.
Oh, God. I wish there was a TV in here.
Wait, this is leadoff batter in the ninth?
Yeah. Here. Watch this.
You got the game on.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that. How do you get the
what
game
channel
on
is it? Oh, because he has his, what is it, Sling? Or is
no,
it,
it's just the DirecTV app.
Yeah.
But so Edwin Diaz allows a single.
Yep.
Now, if I'm the Braves,
yes,
I know people hate bunts, but I'm bunting here. It's too important to get this runner home.
It's not about hating bunts. It's about finding the right time to do it. And
right.
really,
And
this isn't the right time.
Wait a minute. Who is the batter?
Right. That also depends. Like, if it's Marcelo Ozuna, you're not going to tell him to bunt.
Right. It matters who the batter is to decide if
Laureano.
He's
Laureano,
been hitting for him, but I think
he's 3 for 4 in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then again,
do you
can't have his bunt.
Do you still bunt? No,
probably not.
No,
I'm going to get this on my phone, too.
Yeah, I'm getting it on my phone. I didn't realize I could get TV on my phone, but apparently I can.
Yeah, it's all the kids are doing it now.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, we got a minute here.
Yeah,
hey, Kelvin Washington.
What's going on, Kelvin?
Yeah.
Hey, Kelvin.
Kelvin's doing some,
hey,
I
Kelvin.
think he's doing some
yeah,
some radio now.
Kelvin got a big new gig. He competes with us now.
Big new gig.
Oh, yeah, you're
He's a
actually
competitor.
not allowed to come on anymore.
That's true.
Anybody over there say, my man, you can't go on over there.
It's all right. He goes on TV at like 4 a.m. now. God bless him. God bless him. All right. So
yeah, this is the first time I've ever said this about Kelvin. His Tigers and his Lions are both good.
Yeah.
It took some time, but it finally came around.
Yep. You waited.
Around.
You waited on it. That's smart. All right. So, by the way, USC. It felt like a real big-time college football game. Wisconsin at the Coliseum. I cannot imagine.
Tying run on second base. Just stole second.
Can't imagine what it's going to be like when Penn State comes to town in 2 weeks. That is the game of the year.
I'll tell you what. If I'm you, that's a 12:30 kick.
Yep.
I swear to God.
Yep.
I'm leaving my house at 8 in the morning.
No, I'm not.
What time will you leave to get to that game?
It's a 12:30 game.
Yeah.
I'll leave at about 10:30.
You'll get there at the end of the first quarter.
No, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
I was there for Wisconsin. It was a sold-out game, and I actually left.
That game was sold out?
Yeah, I left. There were not a lot of people were there.
Because it was so hot.
They bought them,
Yeah.
but I mean, it was hot in the sun. I didn't spend a lot of time on the field on Saturday because it was smoking hot. But I'll tell you what, I make good time. I take the train there, and I take an Uber home, and it works out great. Taking the train, by the way, Ireland, best way to go.
Well, because you don't have to worry about parking.
Exactly.
I couldn't even find a place to park today.
Yeah, right.
I parked like way across the street.
So I'm looking at The Athletic does every week their college football playoff projections. So and by the way, the Alabama-Georgia game.
2 outs in the ninth.
Okay. The Alabama-Georgia game, just sign me up for that every day of the week.
Did you guys happen to watch the fourth quarter of that game?
Yeah, I did. It was crazy.
I am very often guilty of hyperbole.
Yeah.
I don't think I am in this case. Best finish to a college football game I've seen since USC Texas when you and I were there.
Really?
20 years. That game was unbelievable.
It was crazy. And it's also because it was Alabama-Georgia.
Right.
I mean, it just wasn't some
everybody
random
said,
game.
hey, if you put 12 teams in the college football playoff, it'll ruin the regular season. My foot.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Those teams are both
That's
great.
actually a good point because Georgia and Alabama are both, in.
Right.
They're going to be in, and yet that game had great importance to it. So look at the Week 5 bracket for the college football playoff. They've got USC in the first round playing Georgia with the winner facing Alabama.
Now, okay.
Come on now.
You got to beat Georgia and Alabama back-to-back weeks.
Well, you'd certainly earn it.
UNLV in there. That's cool.
Well, UNLV, whose quarterback just up and left.
Matt Sluka just left, who I won mythical money on a couple of weeks ago. Love that guy.
Also, I don't know how if real this is going to be. That's all a lot of Power 5 and just a UNLV.
It will change a lot.
Yeah, it'll change a lot. But no, there's going to be one little school.
I feel like there's going to be more than one.
I do not.
I do. If they're making it this way, that it's going to be 12 teams. No, 8 teams?
12.
Yeah, 12 teams. They're going to
4 of them get buys.
That's right, 4 get buys. They're going to put a couple in that are G5 teams. They're going to do that.
They're required to put 1 in, right?
Required, but I'm sure they're going to put in 2.
UNLV, James Madison, Liberty. Those are some of the Northern Illinois.
Mets win.
Mets win.
And so Chris Sale has to pitch and is now out of the wild card series.
Wow. And
so a crippled Braves.
Francisco Lindor is not going to pay for a drink in Manhattan for the next 10 years.
And Mets fans are going to say, he's the real MVP.
He's number 2.
Right. That's exactly
he is number 2.
He is.
Yeah.
He is.
He had a great season.
Close.
If there was no Shohei, Francisco Lindor would be the MVP.
All right, so now we can simplify this. Second game of a doubleheader coming up in about half an hour.
Yep.
If the Braves win, they're in. If the Braves lose, Diamondbacks are in.
Correct. There you go.
That
okay.
Easy.
So it's down
gotten
to
easier.
that.
And by the end of the day, done. Well, no. And I think at this point we're rooting for the Mets to sweep. Although Chris Sale, I think the Braves will win this game. Don't you?
Stranger things. Yeah. It's baseball. Stranger things have happened.
So he's going to win the Cy Young. So if that's who you want out there on the mound, right? The Cy Young Award winner.
Sure. So if the Braves win this game, it means it'll be
Braves Padres.
And
Mets will go down to the.
But that's a heck of a wild card series. Braves Padres.
Yeah, that really is.
Jeez, and you don't want to see either one of those teams in the
No,
right. But the good news is you won't see them both because one of them will get knocked out.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, get a quick break in. Coming up next, we still are thinking that Austin Reaves is going to be here at Lakers Media Day. He
was here earlier. I don't know.
I've not seen him in a bit. We'll talk a little Rams coming up next. They lose yesterday. Incredibly disappointing. There are some real glaring weaknesses on this team. We'll get to that. Plus, I got all the point spreads for next week. Raiders found a way.
They found a way. That's right.
Chargers,
2-2, baby.
Chargers found a way to blow a 10-0 lead.
That's right. So that means Brian's hair
up
for grabs
on the ropes. They're both 2-2. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
You've seen him on the roast of Tom Brady, and you've heard him host the #1 podcast in the world, Kill Tony. Now see Tony Hinchcliffe perform stand-up comedy live at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino, Saturday, November 16th. The man behind millions of views worldwide and countless sold-out shows brings his stand-up set to you. Critics call him a must-see. Don't miss this stand-up comedian, writer, podcast host, and professional wordsmith, Tony Hinchcliffe. Tickets on sale now at FantasySpringsResort.com.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL. realfathersrights.com/710 or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights. The Father's Rights Attorneys.
At Hyundai, we make a big deal about the little things, like the little fact that 9 Hyundai vehicles have earned IIHS top safety picks this year, and offering a little thing called America's Best Warranty, because delivering safety and quality, pretty big deal. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai, there's joy in every journey.
Get 1.99% APR for 60 months on the Hyundai Tucson and Tucson Hybrid. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end September 30th. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Back live at the UCLA Health Training Center, Mason and Ireland, Lakers Media Day, and the last Laker. You're the last guy that we're talking
I love
to,
it.
Austin
Save
Reaves
the best
here.
for last.
Yeah.
I don't know about all that, but I appreciate y'all for having me.
Sure.
All right, so we heard JJ say that he doesn't want to change your game, but he wants to expand it. He wants to put more tricks in your bag. What does that mean? What would he like to see you do more of, or what would he like to see you add?
I think he wants me to shoot more threes.
Good, so do I.
Everybody that I've said that to has been like, yes, so we agree. But
you and Rui.
No, I mean, I think, like he said, I don't think he's trying to change anything. We've had many conversations. I think that, like he said, there's a lot of things within, the system that they're putting in as a coaching staff, that I can excel in. And, we've had those conversations. If it's cutting, catch and shoot, off the dribble, whatever it is to help our team be successful, I want to do, because at the end of the day, I want to win.
So JJ has talked about, new system, installing a new system, language, all that kind of stuff. What's that like for you, and what do you think is going to be different this year?
Yeah, I mean, anytime that you have to make, a change of coaching staff, the vocabulary might be different. There's many things in the game of basketball that can define one thing. If it's an action that you run, another coaching staff might call it something else. So you got to program your brain to the vocabulary that this coaching staff wants to use. But I feel like we have a team full of smart guys that will pick up on it really quick, and they're going to do the work. That's one thing that I've noticed with the coaching staff. Having conversations with all of them, sitting down, talking to them, going through film stuff, just watching stuff with them has been, a lot of fun, because they see the game in a very, clear lens, as I would say.
JJ says it's a bunch of basketball sickos back there.
Well, and you're one.
Yeah.
So
no,
I knew you would hit it off with him, because
sure.
you're the same way, right?
Yeah, I said, we've had many conversations, and, I consider myself to be a pretty, high-level IQ guy, and I've had conversations with him like, yeah, this is everything you hear about him's true. He's the way he talks, the way he demands things, is what you need in a head coach. And I can't wait to go to battle with all of them.
So last year you played for Team USA. You didn't have much of an off season. This year you get to relax and shut it down a little bit. Do you feel different?
Yes, I feel a lot better, a lot more healthy. I had opportunities to, go really hard in the weight room and on the court as well. And, I feel like I've put myself in a really good position to, hit the ground running. And, one of the main things was conditioning level. And, we've, I've spent a lot of time running lines, which sucks, and nobody ever wants to really do it. But
right.
You got to do those things to put yourself in a position to play both ends of the court.
Since we've been covering the Lakers, there have been moments where there are 6 or 7 new guys on the team. That's not the case this year. It's the same group coming back. Tell me about that continuity and that chemistry and how that continues now.
Yeah, I think, like I've said many a times today, it's the chemistry in basketball and really any sports is probably the main thing. And being able to have the same group and continue to grow with one another is such a big thing. You look at all the teams that's won championships in the past. You don't have many teams that throw a whole new team together and just automatically win it.
Right.
You have a set of guys that have been there for a while that you have the foundation and you build from, and I feel like that's what we're building here. And anytime you got Bron and AD at the head of the snake, then you have an opportunity to win, and it's everybody else contributing, pitching in. But like I said, that team chemistry is very important and something that we're continuing to grow every day. But I feel like it's in a really good spot.
Austin Reaves is with us. Austin, as you know, I do the games with Michael Thompson, and Clay has a shoe deal with a company called Anta. They're a small company. They're in China. You decided to do something similar. You went with a shoe company that's not really known. Tell me about it.
Yeah, it's called Rigor. They brought us an offer, and it was an opportunity we couldn't pass on.
So you're kind of one of their first athletes.
Yeah,
right?
I was the first.
Are those him? Yeah, I'm on now.
Yeah, the first NBA guy. The AR2s are coming out soon. These are still the ones, but we wanted an opportunity to grow a brand in China as well. Something like you said, Clay's done, multiple others. D'Lo's got his in China. So, I mean, it's just.
Global game now,
man. We went to China this past year. We were there for like a week and a half, and just the love that's out there for basketball, it's crazy.
Can you believe how much you get recognized
Oh,
in
it's
China?
crazy. I couldn't walk down the street.
I know. We went with Kobe in 2011.
Right. I could only imagine.
Austin, we had 5. You and I know all of our security guys. We're friends with them. They had to build like a 2 guys in front, 2 guys in back, just to get them to walk through the airport.
Wow,
that's how popular basketball is in China.
We had that conversation while we were there because I was just like, I was in awe of how they were treating me.
Right.
And I looked at my agents and I was like, I can't even imagine what this was like for like a Kobe or like
Harden,
or James Harden. Like,
right.
It is insane the amount of love that they have for basketball. It's really cool to see.
I hear that you play a fair amount of golf.
Every now and then.
I saw the video that came out last year, I think, of you hitting the ball with the club backwards.
The left-hand club, yeah.
Left hand, I mean, seriously.
Trust me, he's taking a lot of money from me. He knows exactly what he's doing.
How's John Ireland's game?
John Ireland is a good golfer.
Yeah.
What was the first time we played? Was that in Houston?
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah, I held my own that day.
Yeah, he played well. I love golf. It's a getaway for me. I want to say it's therapeutic, but every time I go out there, I'm ready to beat my head against the wall because I'm so frustrated. But my swing's in a good spot. My handicap's not where I want it to be because I have to give people too many
strokes.
Right. Yeah. Right. So I need to go shoot 85 a couple times to get it a little lower. But no, I mean golf is a beautiful game, and shout out to our USA team. They just brought home the President's Cup. I watched every second of it.
I haven't talked to you in a while. Did you get to play in Tahoe this summer?
I did. I played like crap.
But did you enjoy it?
I did. I had a lot of fun. Playing in front of a crowd is way different. I was a lot more nervous.
Before you were there, Steph won the whole thing.
Yeah.
You think now that you've done it once, when you go back, you'll play better?
Yeah. No, I think it took him probably like 10 or so times playing in it to win it.
And some of those other athletes from other sports are really good.
Marty Fish is the one that
tennis player.
The most. Yeah, I actually played out at Hillcrest with him a couple weeks ago. Good dude, phenomenal guy, but an unbelievable golfer. But yeah, I mean, I think I have an opportunity to win it in the future.
Yeah,
is there anything you take from golf and bring to basketball?
Yeah, I think it's the patience. In golf, it's so easy to hit one bad shot and
lose the round.
Yeah, lose your. I mean, my best friend Trent Swayman, love you to death, brother, but he has the
Gets in
worst.
his head.
Yeah, he has the worst. Mental game, and it's like he'll be even through 5 or 6 and have a double or a triple, and it's like you open up the floodgates. So you have to.
It all falls apart.
You have to learn to be very patient and take it one shot at a time, one possession at a time.
Is hitting a bad golf shot like missing a shot in basketball?
Hitting a bad golf shot's way worse.
Yeah, because you have to live with it.
Right.
If I miss a shot, it's okay. I'll shoot it the next possession and make it. But golf, when you hit it way right, you got to drop, take a stroke. It's just.
Or in my case, go find it.
I try to.
In the bushes.
Try to.
All right. Last thing for me, Austin. You and I are the co-presidents of the D'Angelo Russell fan club. Mm-hmm. We both love D'Lo, love his game. He gets a bad rap, I think. He talked a little bit about it earlier today. I think fans misinterpret his body language, sometimes misinterpret. We talked to him about this. So I wanted you to have a chance to speak on it. I know you value playing with him as much as playing with any other player. Why?
I mean, just to speak about him as a person, ever since he got traded here, from the first day, he was phenomenal to me. Phenomenal.
Really great to everybody.
Yeah, phenomenal to be around. He brought him, Vando, Bees, at that moment, they brought life into our team. And then we ended up making that Western Conference Finals. And, we spend quite a bit of time off court golfing. But just seeing the guy he is, seeing, the family man he is, it's very cool to see. But on court, I think skill-wise, he's up there. I mean,
I see you encouraging him all the time to shoot more and be more aggressive.
Yeah, it's so smooth, it's effortless, and I think that's where kind of he gets the bad rap is when he's playing really well and making shots, it looks easy. But then when he misses a couple of those shots that he makes normally, it still looks easy. So I think people interpret it as
like
he's
he
not
doesn't
trying.
care.
Yeah, that is the furthest from the truth. I mean, every time we get on the plane, he has, if we're flying out after games, he has the film. He's watching it. Like, he cares about basketball. He watches basketball. And, to all those people out there that give him a bad rap, I guess me and you got problems because it's one of my favorite guys I've ever been around.
That's our guy. Yeah.
Austin, thanks a lot for coming by, man. We appreciate it. Have a great season.
Appreciate y'all.
All right.
Look forward to seeing you, man.
Austin Reaves of the Lakers, and I think have we talked to everybody?
We've talked to everybody. We got another one.
Hey, we got everybody in. That's fantastic.
Nicely done.
Yeah. All right, so we've got a bunch of stuff going on the rest of the show. We have a bonus hour today because
we have a bonus hour and a half. We're going until 3.
Going until 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But normally we always get off at 3, but we started early.
Yes.
So you stuck us with 4 hours.
Yes, I did talk to you about it before.
Okay, so tomorrow, do we only work 2?
Yeah, tomorrow we get an hour off.
You still get 3.
Really?
Tell Sedano and Cap to come in at 2.
Yeah, they come in at
let's
2.
see how that goes over.
I know exactly how it's going to go. It's Bergman and Laura.
DeMarco and Travis should make up that hour by doing an extra hour tomorrow and then us get 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Negotiating.
That's
ABN. Always be negotiating.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Not going to work.
Zero chance.
Coming back next, I mentioned the Rams. They lose yesterday. We'll get into some of that. Raiders, they survive, and the Chargers lose. We'll get to all of it coming up next as we get into a football Monday, post-Lakers Media Day. We are still live at the UCLA Health Training Center, which I've said, many, many times.
Every time.
I
get it
have
every time now.
Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
This is the Rams Report. Here's Travis Rogers.
After the first 4 weeks of the season, the Rams find themselves in a very serious hole after a 24-18 loss to the Chicago Bears drops their record to 1-3. The Rams dominated in just about every statistical category that there is, getting more first downs than the Bears, getting better on third down than the Bears, more total yards, more offensive plays, and more yardage per play. But the categories that matter the most, turnovers, 2 for the Rams, none for the Chicago Bears, and of course, on the scoreboard at 24-18. Kyren Williams, a good day on the ground, 19 carries, 94 yards. He did get into the end zone for a 7th consecutive game, averaging nearly 5 yards per play. Ronnie Rivers doing a good job on the ground as well. 6 carries, 26 yards, just a little over 4 yards per carry. The Rams drop to 1-3. Up next, the Green Bay Packers at SoFi Stadium. With Monday's Rams Report, I'm Travis Rogers.
That's today's Rams Report on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's producer Lindsay. Listen up, sports fans. Gear up for your next game day hang with your friends. What's on the menu? Sliders, wings, chips, and salsa? Well, all your favorite game day foods go great with Stella Rosa wines, a semi-sweet and semi-sparkling wine that must be served chilled. Stella Rosa can be found at your local retailer, so remember to grab a couple bottles next time you shop. Nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. Please celebrate responsibly.
Just like in sports, you can never predict an accident. It will come when you least expect it. Travis Rogers here with DeMarco Farr to tell you about our friend, Joseph S. Normand.
If you're in any accident, call Joseph at 213-747-2000. The team at Normand Legal is ready to help you and achieve the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Joseph at 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. You have many choices in a legal team, but family always comes first.
Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. The law office of Joseph S. Normand.
Be sure to listen to Rams Super Bowl champion DeMarco Farr every Monday in the 9 a.m. hour on his new show, The Travis and DeMarco Show. He's going to give you his best of from the whole football weekend. And you know, when DeMarco serves up a best of, you know it means something. Don't miss it. They've got their best of the weekend, plus your chance to win a Fantasy Springs weekend getaway prize pack with your best of. That's Mondays in the 9 a.m. hour on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. Made possible by Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Escape the everyday at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino, just minutes from Palm Springs.
The Black Crowes Happiness Bastards Tour rolls on. Celebrating their first new music in 15 years. And all the hits. Friday, December 6th at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Tickets on sale now at fantasyspringsresort.com or 1-760-342-5000. Don't miss the Black Crowes Happiness Bastards Tour.
Hey football fans, with BetMGM's Second Chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second.
BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-ON. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Are you ready to unleash the beast? Monster Energy is here to give you the edge this college tailgate season. Loaded with bold flavors, our powerful blend gives you the energy you need to push you beyond your limits. Tune in all season long with Monster, the energy drink of ESPN Radio College Football Tour. Power your performance with a drink that's as hungry for victory as you are. Crack open an ice-cold Monster and dominate your competition. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Grab yours today. It is Mason in Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason in Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason in Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
All right, we are joined right now here at the UCLA Health Training Center by our pre, half, and post host for Lakers basketball, Betto Duran. Betto, what happened to your arm or your shoulder? What's going on there?
I had a torn labrum about a year ago, and I had the surgery 2 weeks ago. John, you'll appreciate this. I could have had the surgery in March. I said, no. I need to enjoy my summer, and I need to play a little bit more
golf.
Exactly.
Yeah. And how long are you prohibited from playing golf?
Well, it was 2 weeks ago. They said 4 to 6 months. I start therapy tomorrow. So it was a torn labrum. Dr. Navarro, fantastic doctor at Kaiser Harbor City, took care of me, and he's like, well, you're over 40, you're overweight, and you're not in shape.
Overweight.
You're not overweight. Yeah, well, yeah. For what? I am. And he's like, "Are you active?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, then you should do the surgery." Anybody else, I would say no. But if you want to play golf,
I got a rotator cuff thing, and it hurts when I do this.
Yeah, don't do that.
I can't do that.
No.
Don't quit raising the roof.
This is what gets me.
So you're doing push-ups and all.
Push-ups are okay.
Oh, you can do a push-up.
It's a shoulder press
you have
that I've
to
trouble
lift
with.
up.
Right. Well, then don't
all right,
do that.
So let's let the listeners behind the curtain a little bit. After you've heard us interview all these different Lakers today, Betto was charged with getting them to talk about things other than basketball, to get them to do reads for us. Who played ball the best?
The best, I kid you not, D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, he's the great.
He is fantastic, and I found out that he speaks Mandarin very well.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you speak Mandarin?
No. So BBGO, a fantastic sponsor, he did a Mandarin read for BBGO in Mandarin. So
Greg, is the BBGO truck here?
No, it's not the BB Go. Oh, I know. We were going to be so excited.
That would have made my day.
Dumpling heaven.
Tommy's, I think, is out there.
Well, that's not bad.
No,
it's pretty good.
Yeah. So
Pretty
Carlos
good.
Saisu asked D'Angelo, he said, hey, internet says that you speak Mandarin. He's like, oh, yeah, in boarding school for 3 years. I took it fluent. He said he can go to China and speak it, have conversations.
Wow.
He's got no problem with it. And he read all the BBGO liners in Mandarin. And then Coloco also speaks a little bit of Mandarin, and he also speaks French. And he was reading...
Yeah, because he's been living in Canada.
Yeah, so he was reading the BBGO liner in French, and he looked at Carlo. He's like, this is wrong. This is wrong.
Yeah, right.
So, and then Max Christie speaks Spanish. He got a 5 in AP Spanish.
Nice.
Coloco also speaks Spanish. So we had a good time getting to know these guys in a different way away from the basketball.
I've tried to speak Spanish for years. I took 2 years in high school, 4 semesters in college. I've done,
Europeans, man,
I've
they're
done
different,
Berlitz. I've done all of it.
Just do what I do.
Duolingo.
Memorize chapter 5 in the
that's what Ireland does.
book.
Yeah, Ireland could say one thing.
Yeah, but it sounds like I can speak Spanish.
Yeah.
Beto, the other thing is, sometimes those guys don't like doing this stuff, but it seemed today like you didn't get any no's. Did you get any no's?
No, they didn't get any no's. Everybody,
Did LeBron and AD both do it?
No, we didn't get LeBron or AD. We got Bronny,
Okay.
who, as Bronny was doing the liner, like, hey.
LeBron was hearing and yelling at him.
Yeah, well, this was afterwards. He went around, and he was coming back, and he was – so Bronny was like, this is Bronny James, 7'10", and then LeBron walking by. I'm like, no. And he looked at him, and that's when Bronny yelled out, why are you guys even following him? So,
Right.
Bronny was really cool. He did his liners, read all the stuff. So everybody was good today. Nobody gave us any kind of gruff. And, the veterans know how to get it and knock it out. There's James Worthy with his free New Balances. I asked him, I was like, when's the last time you bought something? He said, never. Why would I?
Right.
Is he a New Balance guy?
He was the original.
Original.
New
Oh,
Balance.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I'm always coming up with ideas for New Balance.
Are you a guy, or do you have a shoe guy? You
Worthy-
don't wear a particular brand. all
No,
the
I wear whatever is cheap or free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you wear, Beto?
Air Maxes or New Balances? That's all.
New
I wear.
Balances?
Yeah.
Yeah, those Stan Smiths you got on are
Oh, the
classic.
Stan Smiths. These are my dress-up shoes. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
nice.
so everybody was good. Austin Reaves was fantastic. He made fun of my shoulder and he said, you're not going to golf for a while. D'Angelo Russell said he's not a 5 handicap, so don't be telling people that.
No, he's pretty close though. I'm a 9, and he is probably a 7.
Yeah, so he said
he's a little better than me.
I said 5. He's like, no, don't tell people that.
What were you when you
Austin's
had
like
a shoulder?
3.
Yeah, I was a 14.
A 14.
Yeah, so
yeah.
You're like Worthy.
Yeah,
Worthy's 14.
I'm a good sandbagger. Yeah, so it was good. Everybody's good. I forgot how big LeBron is.
He is.
So think about this, guys.
Tank.
He's 265 pounds and he's not fat.
Yeah.
So think about that. 265, like he weighs 100 pounds more than I do, and he has no fat.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, one of the other things we were doing is Janessa Paredes from our social department found old pictures of the guys and had them autograph their old pictures.
Oh, that's really cool.
Or teammates making fun of them and stuff like that. So D'Angelo Russell played along well. Everybody was just in a good mood. And usually people get surly by the time they get to us for doing things.
Right.
You ask them to do dumb things. They were all into it. So it was good today.
So you're doing pre-half and post
Yes,
for
sir.
Lakers basketball this year. What does Betto Duran bring to that gig?
You know what I'm bringing? My people, my network, my energy.
You got people, man.
Well, part of the reason why Michael Funch is executive producer of Lakers basketball is here is because we wanted to make sure that we include more people in the pregame this year.
Right.
So starting the second segment, Michael Thompson's going to join us.
Oh, nice.
Going on. Trudell's going to be part of it. Alec Clifton, Mike Bresnahan. So when everybody is around at the game, I always say, just like this show, the more the merrier,
Yeah,
the better.
right.
Because everybody's around, so more members of the media, everybody else going on. Worthy said, hey, if I have opportunity, if the TV allows, I'll pop in. So because I love what I want to do. It's an honor to be part of the pregame, especially taking it from John and Michael taking over. But going and making the people feel what it's like to be in
So
the
is that
building.
like a halftime hit? Is that like an
pregame? The pregame.
Okay,
so
good.
Like Mason, if you're there at the game,
Yeah.
and at halftime, and you're available.
Well, if it's halftime, Mason will be heading
Well,
home.
no,
it's
it'll be
perfect.
on my way out.
Yeah, on the way out, he
I'll
can
do an
stop.
interview on my way out.
So Birmingham,
My analysis. of the
Birmingham
first
was
half.
saying we should be more interactive with the fans. So if at halftime, remember Chick used to take a phone call, John, or something like that.
Yeah.
Pregame, like do that. Give me somebody who's really upset at halftime.
Right.
But we're gonna mix it up. We're gonna have a lot of fun with it. We're gonna be more inclusive for everybody else, and we'll do a lot of the social stuff with everybody.
Cool, man.
When Chick used to have that job better, though, when people would call and ask stupid questions, he'd just light them up on the air.
Tell me that's not great for halftime. If Michael Thompson can be like, "Oh, you big dummy," like Fred Sanford. Come on, give MT a chance.
I just bought Michael a shirt that said "You big dummy."
Did you really?
Yeah,
that's awesome. Awesome. All right, Betto.
Whose house?
It's Rams' house,
Woo!
always. Even after a loss, it's still
definitely
the
not
Rams'
the Chargers' house after yesterday.
not the Chargers' house. Rams, obviously the injuries are just they're a lot to deal with. And I said this, though, I'm not giving up on the season. If they can beat Green Bay and they're 2-3, they get Puka and Cooper Kupp and Darius Williams back after the bye. Maybe they can still make a run. They did it last year.
Let me tell you this. I went to the Niners game yesterday. I took my brother up there. The principal retired, and that Niner stadium, man, I texted Sedano this. It's so different when everybody in the building is going for one team.
Yeah.
I'm not used to that. It was weird.
Well, because SoFi, that's never the case. Football was gone out of Los Angeles.
Right.
Wait till you see the Packers. They'll travel. They'll travel great.
But we've not had the Packers here. I think this may be the first time the Packers have played here in L.A.
They were here for the Chargers.
At SoFi. They played once at the Coliseum.
But also,
that'll be
they'll travel well.
And before the Raider fans get on me, look, Raider fans, it's a road game for you two in Vegas because so many.
It is. Every game's a road game in Vegas.
Yeah, but the Niners are good. Man.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, I don't know. I just remember the final score, and I just remember that.
Whose house?
Rams' house. All right. Obviously, Lakers Media Day has come to an end, and we're just going to screw around with some What's Up Fool coming up next.
Wow.
Don't forget, Betto Duran, pre-half, and
you're ready
post.
Friday. It all starts.
Yeah, and I'm honored. It's a privilege, and it'll be a lot of fun, man. This is the most coveted job at the station.
Cool, man. Awesome. Well, congratulations. Coming right back with What's Up Fool, 710 ESPN.
Guys, it's Cappy here, and let me talk to you about this issue of dealing with your homeowner's insurance. So your home floods, right? You have a big, giant flood at your house, and you realize that the insurance adjuster is trying to pay you so little that you won't be able to repair the damage. That is when you call Avner Gatt. Avner Gatt is a public insurance adjuster who is on your side. Look, you can try and negotiate with the insurance company yourself. I've tried. You're going to find out very quickly it is not that simple. Avner Gatt and his team negotiate on your behalf to make sure you're getting the best possible outcome, not the insurance company. He and his team have been dealing with insurance companies for so many years. It's all they do. They've got the experience. They've got the industry know-how that you need on your side. Now, some of these folks used to work for insurance companies before they joined Avner's team, and Avner Gatt himself has 20 years of experience in this industry. Avner Gatt has one of the largest teams of professional, licensed public adjusters in California, and yes, the size is important. Avner has a unique winning recipe for handling homeowners' insurance claims. No one, and I mean no one, messes around with Avner Gatt and his team. Call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256, 818-917-5256, or visit AvnerGatt.com. That's AVNERGAT, AvnerGatt.com. You call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256. Avner takes the call himself. Hello!
The LA Kings have a new home.
Hear the excitement of Kings hockey this season.
This fall, 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app is your home for every moment of the Los Angeles Kings.
Hear the excitement of Kings hockey this season in only one place. Easy to access, easy to find, easy to enjoy every Kings game and your favorite Kings podcasts.
710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Hey, John Ireland here. Are you looking to sell your home quickly and easily without having to deal with repairs or the worry of buyers qualifying for new high-interest rate loans? Call Sellers Advantage. With thousands of satisfied customers, they're the go-to choice for homeowners looking to sell their homes fast. They'll buy your home for a competitive cash offer and can close in just days, not weeks or months. No repairs are needed because they buy homes as is. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Sellers Advantage is the fastest and most stress-free way to sell your home. If you're ready to sell your home, call Sellers Advantage. Get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-2747 or sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Park, Party, and Play at Hollywood Park Casino. Join Travis Rogers and Kirk Morrison Sunday, October 6th for their live Rams postgame show from Ray's Lounge at Hollywood Park Casino. Win prizes and party with Travis, Kirk, and ESPN LA fans. Hollywood Park Casino is Los Angeles' premier card room casino and entertainment destination. Enjoy a postgame meal and drink at Ray's Lounge right after the game. Park, Party, and Play at Hollywood Park Casino. Elevate your game. Must be 21 and older.
Join Mason and Ireland Wednesday, October 2nd from noon to 3 at Ralph's on Hawthorne Boulevard in Redondo Beach. Come see Lakers legend James Worthy for a meet and greet and enter ESPN LA's Ultimate Winery Sweepstakes for a wine country experience at Francis Ford Coppola Winery.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
Gear up for game day with GNC. Just like your favorite college team prepares for their matchup each week, you can get ready to crush your fitness goals with GNC. Your coaches are in stores, ready to help you build muscle like a linebacker or slim down after a tough season. They have everything you need, including all the top brands, the new flavors you crave, the hottest protein, pre-workouts, creatine, and more to tackle your fitness goals. Don't wait for the final whistle. Fuel your fitness at GNC. Visit your local GNC or GNC.com today.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
Thank you, Bron. All right, guys, I'm going to take it away here. So we got some breaking news from Jeff Passan about these Braves Game 2. Yep. Chris Sale, for everybody's work, the NL Cy Young, has been scratched in a win-or-go-home game here for the Braves.
Yeah.
What is your take on this? It says it's back spasms. Do you believe this, or is it a little bit of a sportsmanship?
No, if he could go, he would go, because if they lose, their season's over.
Yeah, if they lose, it's over.
But Mace, I was just saying when Brian was telling that story, this actually, if the Braves can win without Sale, what it does is Sale can pitch in one of the first games of the wild card series, Brian, which he wasn't going to be able to do had he pitched today. So it's a risk, but if they get away with this, they now have Sale for Game 1 or Game 2 of the playoffs, assuming that his back gets better.
By the way, they are starting instead Grant Holmes, who is a former Dodgers farmhand, right?
Yeah, he was drafted in 2014 in the first round. So
through 60 innings, 2-1, 3.78 ERA, and a $1.23 WHIP.
He was drafted first round 2014, and his major league debut was this year.
Oh, this was his major league
debut, and he's now pitching in Game 2 in a must-win game.
Right,
crazy.
It's a playoff game for Atlanta. Yeah,
wild.
What's up, fool?
All right, guys, I got a couple other baseball stories here now that MLB concluded this last weekend. The first one is I feel a lot of people online are not happy with the wild card start times. There's a couple games like at 11:30, and people don't understand why they wanted to grow the game and push. Why are they having these games on the Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday afternoon at 11:30? Do you agree with this? Should all the games be primetime games? Because they could.
No. The way they do it, Brian, is the right way to do it, and here's why. I hate when I have to make a choice between playoff games. I want to make, and there is some overlap, but for the most part, they stagger the games so you can watch them all. In past years, we've carried a lot of those games here. We're not doing that anymore, but I enjoy having one game to focus on, and that's it.
Right.
So I would not jam them all at night up against each other, would you?
Yeah, no, not at all. I would find a way, because when we were kids, John, they put baseball on in the afternoons.
World
We
Series
watched
was
all
on
games.
during
yeah.
the day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I mean, I think it's actually good for baseball. Opens the doors a little bit to people that might not be able to watch in prime time or might not be interested in prime time. They get baseball all day long. I actually think it's really good for the game.
What's up, Foo?
All right, guys, we have another story on the Pirates, or last week about the bonus player getting 4
Rowdy
at-bats.
Tellez.
Yeah, Tellez,
Yeah,
4 at-bats.
terrible.
Short. Well, it happened again this Sunday. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa was given the option to play. It is being reported, but he declined, is what they're saying, to give the younger player a chance to play instead the last game of the year. But he himself was also 4 plate appearances shy from his performance bonus of $250,000.
Well, why would he not play?
Exactly. So are you buying this?
So you're
or is
saying the
this
Pirates put him on the bench?
That's what I think. I think the Pirates put him on the bench.
Of course
and
they
then
did. They have history.
Right.
Yeah,
they took a
this
lot
is-
of heat from, this last week from Tellez. Something's off here right in Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah.
Well, they're cheap.
Yeah, this is a terrible, terrible look. It's absolutely wrong. If you're a free agent, why would you ever say, I'm going to Pittsburgh, knowing that they screw guys over like this?
But by the way, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa is not good enough to say,
But he
I
was-
don't want the
but
money.
he was-
I
right.
know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
For him to say, I don't want the money, he doesn't make enough, he's not good enough to just say, the younger guys. He's not that old.
Yeah, they benched
He's
him to
29.
save money. Benched him to save money.
Oh,
It's
that
terrible.
is- and they
terrible
made him say that,
organization.
I wanted to sit. That's such
I would,
nonsense.
if I was Major League Baseball, I would fine the Pirates for that.
That's awful.
That's awful.
Well, and
Just awful.
it's a move. Other baseball teams a lot of times will, if you have like a top prospect, they'll delay the start of his major league service clock and keep him in the minors.
Bring
when
him
he's,
up in June.
when he's like the best guy on
Chris
the team.
Bryant, they did
yeah,
that.
Yeah, Chris Bryant.
Yeah, they were talking about doing it with Paul Skeens, but I think they got talked
Well,
out of
they
it.
did it with in football. They did it with Russell Wilson last year. Sean Payton did because
Had a certain amount of
he had 2 games that he got benched. Had he played those 2 games, his option would have vested for this year, and they didn't see.
So
any
that was
future.
a business decision.
That was a business decision on the part of the Broncos.
But no, I don't trust them, Brian. I think they're lying.
Pirates cheap ass.
What's up, Foo?
MFers.
Well, speaking of business decisions.
That's what they said.
Cheap ass
MFers.
It's the Pittsburgh Gazette. It says cheap ass MFers.
Be a good headline.
Would be.
What's up, Foo?
All right, speaking of business decisions, as you just said, Blake Snell of the Giants made one yesterday as well. The Giants wanted him to start the last game of the season against the Cardinals, but he said he declined. And his reasoning said if the Cardinals would have had a chance for a playoff spot or the Giants, he would have pitched. But instead, he decided to decline. There was nothing on the line here for either team. Do you like this, that Blake Snell declined his last home start of the season? For why not just go out there, last start of the season, integrity of the game? You missed half the year as well. Or are you okay with this?
No, I'm okay with it because of what he said. There was nothing on the line, and it gives someone else an opportunity to pitch in a major league game that may not otherwise get it. Now, Brian, to your point, had there been anything on the line, like the Cardinals playing for a playoff spot, the Giants playing for a playoff spot, I think Blake Snell should pitch in that scenario for the integrity of the game. But in a game that means nothing, I've told you guys this story before. I know, shocking, I'm going to repeat a story. One time I was working a game. I was a TV reporter in San Diego.
Yep.
And the last game of the year was at Dodger Stadium on like a Wednesday night. And Joe Carter was playing for the Padres.
Yep.
And my boss said to me, hey, go to this Dodger-Padre game tonight and load up on sound because these players are going to all go home.
Right.
And we won't be able to get to them for 5 months. So let's load up on Padre sound to do off-season features. Just go up there and interview as many people as you can. So we got there early. And I'm interviewing Joe Carter, and he says to me, hey, he goes, get everybody you need before the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I went, why? He goes, we just got to deal with the Dodgers. We're all swinging at the first pitch. This is going to be the fastest game of the year. There's like 5 of us that have flights at LAX that start at like 10:30.
Yeah.
He goes, so the pitchers have agreed to throw strikes, and we've agreed to swing.
Yeah.
But we're going to put the ball in play and see what happens. The game lasted 1 hour and 51 minutes.
Really?
That is
under
amazing.
2 hours. And it was
That was before all the rules went into effect.
And it was pretty fun to watch. Like, it was like a 3-2 game where, like, anybody got on base, tried to steal.
Yeah.
And And so, Brian, this is not uncommon. I mean, these at the end of season, games that mean nothing, players gerrymander these games to get what they want out.
Let me just say something. I just happened to notice this. There's this kid, when Blake Snell did not start, this guy named Hayden Birdsong did.
Yeah.
Faced 13 batters, struck out 11 of them.
Good for him.
Struck out 11 of 13 batters, which is insane. By the way, I was very happy the Giants fired Farhan Zaidi because Farhan Zaidi, I think, is one of the best executives in baseball.
I think he may come back to the Dodgers. Remember, he worked for the Dodgers, and what Mace is talking about, because we haven't reported it yet on our show at least, the Giants today fired Farhan Zaidi, their head of baseball operations.
Who is great.
And replaced him with Buster Posey, who's never done this. But Posey, after he retired a few years ago, bought into the ownership group.
Right.
And so he's one of them now, and they're going to let him try it.
This feels very John Lynch to San Francisco.
Yeah. I think Zaidi, if he doesn't get another head of baseball operations job, will be part of the brain trust for Andrew Friedman.
Until there is another opportunity to
I mean,
go
the
out.
Giants haven't really been all that great in his tenure. They were 80 and 82 this year. They're 79 and 83 last year. They haven't really been to the playoffs.
But two years ago they were in the playoffs.
But the year,
Greg,
he was running the Giants.
He was 81 and 81 2 years ago, so he's below 500 over
but
the last 3 years.
The Dodgers have, correct me if I'm wrong, the Dodgers won 12 of the last 13 Western Division titles.
Right. And the Giants won
they
the
were
one.
They were the one.
They were the one, and they won 106 games that year.
Right, they did. So he had a good year. It just wasn't sustainable. So for the last 3 years.
Well, he's also had guys like Posey. He's had aging players drift out of guys like Brandon Crawford and Brandon Belt. Although they've made a transition to a much younger team.
Sure.
I just think you don't take somebody who's never had any experience and put them at the head of a baseball organization.
Oh, no, I'm totally with you on that one. And that part of it, just bringing in Buster Posey makes no sense to me.
Yeah, it's almost more.
It feels like a
like
move
if you do it
make
with a
to
manager,
fine.
that I would deal with. But running the whole thing, that's a little weird.
It sounds insane. And so for him to come back to the Dodgers, I don't know. I mean, maybe he does on the capacity of like Alex Anthopoulos did,
right,
when he was here and then went over to.
They sort of park here, work with Friedman, get another gig,
somewhere
leave,
else. Yeah,
that
that
kind of
but
thing.
he's not going to be on the level.
Although
with
sometimes
Brandon
it works.
Gomes and
Bob Myers had never been a GM when the Warriors made him GM,
Yeah.
and he hired Steve Kerr, had never been a coach. Rob Pelinka had never been a GM, and he hired J.J. Redick, who's never been a coach.
Right.
So, I mean, sometimes it works.
What's up, Foo?
I got one more MLB story here for you. Major League Baseball announced today that the All-Star Game uniforms that they've been doing the last couple of years kind of come up
terrible.
with their, yeah, they've been pretty bad.
Finally, I just
they're
read
done.
this. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Brian.
they're done. They're going to go back to their home or their team uniforms. So the home
Thank
team will wear
God.
their home uniforms.
Goodness.
It's the whole point.
One
of it.
one
Right.
team wears gray, other team wears
Other
white.
teams
Let's
wears
go.
white. Yeah. So this is beautiful for baseball, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I thought it was.
And it was one of the coolest things when you watch the All-Star game that
Yeah,
you
I
saw
agree
Mike
with that.
Trout
That's
in
my
his
guy.
Angel uniform.
That's my
Yeah.
guy. You know, there was a lot of when I was a little kid, I would watch for particular players, and I would see the jersey. I'd be like, "There's my guy. There's Buddy Bell. There's Toby Harrah. There's Mike Hargrove." I was a Rangers fan when I was a little kid.
There you go.
What's up, Foo?
I got one more here for you guys. So over the weekend, Baker had some stuff to say about Tom Brady. I'm going to play Brady's response here. So take a listen.
Our guy here said, quote, "They wanted me to come in, be myself, bring the joy back to football for guys who weren't having as much fun." It's funny because you've made this environment for me very stressful up here in the booth, so I understand where he's coming from.
Do you feel it?
No.
Feel the stress? No. Well, I was going to say, I thought stressful was not having Super Bowl rings. So there was a mindset of a champion that I took to work every day. This wasn't daycare. If I wanted to have fun, I was going to go to Disneyland with my kids.
How do you like Brady's response to Baker saying it was too much of a hostile situation?
Well, this is a very interesting subject that you have stumbled upon. There's a famous story from the '88 Dodgers that they remember Kirk Gibson played for the Tigers,
right?
And the Dodgers signed him as a free agent. And on the first or second day of spring training, Jesse Orosco, remember him?
Lefty, could probably still pitch today.
Put eye black all around the rim of Gibson's hat. So when he put it on, he had a big black ring.
Yes.
Gibson was a bald guy, so he had a big black ring. And Gibson found him in the locker room and tried to fight him.
Yep.
And said to the Dodgers, "Listen, I'm not here for this messing around BS. I'm here to win the World Series, and that's it. Any of you guys pulling this dumb stuff that doesn't ask yourself every time, does this help us win the World Series? And this BS doesn't, and he stormed out.
Yeah.
Everyone went, God, what a jerk.
Yeah,
Blah, blah.
yeah.
But then they all followed him.
Right.
And they unexpectedly won the World Series, and he won the MVP.
Yep.
So it depends what the culture is.
Yes.
Kobe
set the culture.
Was very, very serious.
Yep.
Kobe would have been like Tom Brady.
Yep.
He goes, I'm not here to mess around. I'm here to win, and if I don't win, I'm going to be miserable. Shaq was the opposite.
Yep.
Shaq was, it's a long season. We're going to be together for 6 to 8 months. We need to make each other laugh and blow off steam. So it kind of depends on where you are. I don't think Baker Mayfield has ever won anything. So for him to take a shot at Brady like that was probably a mistake.
It is dumb to take a shot at Tom Brady when you're talking
Brady
about
came
football.
in for 2 years, and the first year he won the Super Bowl, and he had a chance to win the second one until Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp knocked him out.
Yep. I don't get. I actually think it's a huge mistake on the part of Baker Mayfield to challenge Brady. Although Baker Mayfield, really good,
having a great year,
really good.
Yeah.
What's up, Foo?
All right, I got one for you here.
Oh,
that
okay.
just came in that I saw. So, according to NBC, NBC Sports Bay Area's Matt Mayako, he's reporting that Christian McCaffrey went to Germany because he has not only Achilles tendonitis, he has bilateral Achilles tendonitis, which
both
means
of them.
He has it in both.
Oh,
legs.
wow!
Yeah, we may not see him again.
Yeah. Is that? Do you think that's it for his career? Is that what you're saying?
As a doctor, no,
I don't know, but that's
to come back from one Achilles.
Yeah, no, it's
he's been hampered by injuries most of his career.
Yeah.
So I would say that news is not good. But what's amazing is Kyle Shanahan just plugs another running back into that system, and that guy piles up all the yards.
Yeah.
So isn't that guy's last name Mason?
Jordan Mason.
Jordan Mason.
Yeah.
Jordan Mason.
So I don't think it's going to cripple the 49ers, but I feel bad for Christian McCaffrey. Although he married
rough.
Miss Universe over the summer, so it's not that bad.
True.
And it says, and there's also a report from NFL Network's Ian Rappaport, this was, I guess, yesterday, that McCaffrey is just trying to return by early November. So you have
conflicting reports.
Yeah.
You have Achilles tendonitis in both legs, but you're coming back in November?
Yeah, no, it's great. That German stuff they do, what is it, blood spinning and all that business. When you fly to Germany to get all that, scientific additive.
Yeah.
Would it be a scientific additive? I just came up with that term. Scientific additive.
It sounds very official.
Yeah, a scientific additive. If you're flying over Europe, it means you got big problems.
You should copyright that before someone on the internet steals
Scientific
it from
additive.
you. Yes.
I like that. All right, coming
By
up.
the way, second game is underway in Atlanta. If the Braves lose, they're out. The Mets won the first game 8-7.
They're in.
The second game is in the bottom of the first inning, 0-0, 2 out.
All right, we'll keep track of it. Coming up next, Rams, I think they made a huge mistake before the season even started. We'll talk about that coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station.
Hey, football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
24/7. Tune in all this week to Travis and DeMarco to win the ultimate game day prize pack from Hollywood Park Casino. That includes this Sunday's tailgate party passes to HPC and game day tickets at SoFi. Listen for your cue to call 877-710-ESPN and don't miss your chance to win the ultimate game day prize pack. Tailgate passes to HPC and game tickets to SoFi, Hollywood Park Casino, park, party, and play. Must be 21 and older to enter.
Join Mason and Ireland Wednesday, October 2nd from noon to 3 at Ralph's on Hawthorne Boulevard in Redondo Beach. Come see Lakers legend James Worthy for a meet and greet and enter ESPN LA's Ultimate Winery Sweepstakes for a wine country experience at Francis Ford Coppola Winery.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. NextGen is the official AC Heat and Plumbing company of SoCal sports fans. That's right, for a limited time, ESPN LA fans can get the NextGen Rewards membership for only $14.99 a month. Keep your entire home comfortable year-round with coverages like multi-point tune-ups and cleanings on your AC, plumbing inspections, complimentary diagnostics, and discount parts. Call them at 833-3-NEXTGEN. That's 833-3-NEXGEN. Or visit them online at nextgenairandplumbing.com to schedule your next appointment.
NEXGEN. Call 833-3-NEXTGEN.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
True Work is the most technical workwear in the world, delivering modern solutions to timeless job site challenges. Innovation meets tradition in True Work's high-performance lineup of work pants, shirts, and jackets, all engineered to give you the comfort and protection you need, especially in the most extreme conditions. Check out the full lineup with over 50,000 five-star reviews at truework.com and use the code SPORTS at truework.com and use the code SPORTS15 to get 15% off your first order. That's TRUEWERK.com. True Work helps you be your best when the weather's at its worst.
Hear that? The sound of your antique fountain pen gliding across linen paper as you journal in the park. And if you were here, you'd be inspired by the warm breeze. But you're not here. Because your self-care happens out on the road, riding your motorcycle protected by Progressive. And the wind in your face on the road is all the inspiration you need. So if you ride, get a quote and see if you could save with Progressive, America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Now that's inspiring. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
All right, we're live at the UCLA Health Training Center today, Media Day. Had a good time. We talked to really everybody.
Yeah, didn't miss anybody this year.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
In past years, we've had, we've missed AD or missed LeBron, but we got everybody.
Yeah,
today.
got everybody.
So if you'd missed it earlier, go back and listen to the podcast. It's good. By the way, go back and listen to the podcast on the ESPN LA app.
Yeah.
If you don't have that app. What did we figure out, Greg? Over 500 games this year, and it's all for free on the app, right?
Yep, over 500 games, including network games that we're going to play. Like if we're going to play the NLDS, NLCS.
Oh, those will be on the app.
Those will be on the app.
Those will all be on the app.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, that's the only
on Saturday when I was on the train coming to the SC game, I listened to the whole pregame on the app.
Yep.
I listened to all those guys doing the pregame. It's fantastic. Game of Games, it's the last day of the month. It is worth 2. Bergman, what is the score?
So it's Bergman 5, Mason 4, Laura 3, Ireland 3, Brian 3, Momo 2, DeAndre Parker, and Pepe.
Okay, so everybody's got a shot here today.
But if I'm not mistaken, a win, I win.
So
yeah.
Mason's
You
the
could win
only
today.
one. Mason's the only one besides me that can win outright.
Right, but Brian and Laura can tie?
They can tie.
They can tie,
yes.
yeah.
They can absolutely tie.
Okay.
All right, so Rams lose yesterday. Disappointing loss. Game they really should have won. They lose 24-18.
So I'm curious, what's the thing you think they made a mistake on at the beginning? You hardly ever admit the Rams make mistakes.
They should have never traded Ernest Jones. Never traded Ernest Jones. I mean, I don't think Christian Roseboom and Troy Reeder are good against the run.
Okay.
I think that's why they're giving up so much yardage.
Let me see if I can tell this story without betraying a confidence.
Okay.
I think I can.
No, I know the story, so don't betray it.
All right, don't betray it.
I have it on very good authority.
Yep.
That Ernest Jones had slipped. That he wasn't the player he was even last year when he led him in tackles last year, and that they're in a salary cap league.
Right.
And if he can't keep up, if he can't play, then you can't spend that much money on Ernest Jones. So I understand why they did it.
Yeah, but it's left them.
So
their linebacking core is just not good.
Right.
And I think that's why they're giving up so many big runs, especially on second level. Defensively, their front has been pretty good getting after the quarterback. Jared Verse, I think, is going to be Defensive Rookie of the Year in the NFL. He had 2 sacks.
He won't be if the
back
Rams
yesterday.
have a losing record. He's got to be if the Rams need to have a winning record. By the way, have you got? I'm looking.
Rams are going to have a winning record.
I'm looking for a new team. You know who is in the running? Surprisingly,
yeah.
The Washington Commanders.
I know.
So if you watched them play,
They got a quarterback.
He's fun
real.
to play. I like Dan Quinn. I've always liked Dan Quinn. I like Terry McLaurin. I've got some friends that like Matthew Berry's a Commanders fan.
Oh my God, he's a huge
my guy
Commanders
Chris Hayrie over at Channel 2 grew up a Commanders fan.
I believe Magic Johnson is part owner of that team.
Yeah,
is he
so,
not?
So they are in the running now.
Everything Magic touches.
Yeah, they're in the running as possibly my new team.
Did Magic send a tweet?
He did send a tweet about the Commanders.
Was it super
yesterday.
generic?
Oh, it's always going to be super generic. I'm trying to get it up right now.
Yeah.
That's pause.
Yeah.
Let me find it.
Is it edgy?
It's extremely edgy. Commanders fans, the offensive line has done an amazing job all season long protecting our quarterback, Jaden Daniels, who was spectacular once again.
All right.
Yeah,
pretty generic.
way he writes his own.
Yeah,
tweets.
no,
here's
none.
I think it goes like this. Hey, send something about the Commanders. And somebody writes it.
Send something nice about the
something
Dodgers.
inoffensive.
Here's another one. I was blown away by how many Commanders fans were at the game today. They showed out and were even louder than the Cardinals fans.
Yeah. He didn't write that.
Hey, say something about the fans. All right, and somebody who is Magic Johnson's tweet writer?
There's one more. With 2 back-to-back road wins, we are heading home next week. I want to see Northwest Stadium sold out, full of Commanders fans, and as loud as possible.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an owner. He's an owner now. By the way, the other thing about the Rams is I'm telling you, Tre'Davious White has been terrible.
Oh, bad.
He has
really,
been burned.
Really
It's every time they throw at him, it's either he gets burned or he gets pass interference. They signed him from Buffalo. He's just not the right guy, and he's the only guy they got.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be – they've given up as many big plays as any team in the league, and that is a problem. They're also terrible against the run. I would argue that's because the linebacking core isn't right. I still think if they find a way to beat the Packers on Sunday, what do you think the line is, John?
Okay.
Rams-Packers, SoFi Stadium.
I'm going to say Packers by 2.
You are good at this. Packers by 3.
So what that really means is Packers by 6 because you get 3 for being the home team.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, but I think the Rams can win that game.
Oh, they can win. I mean, nobody thought they'd beat San Francisco. I think they're going to beat. I think they're going to beat Green Bay and get to the bye.
But like you say, they should have beat Chicago, and the reason they didn't is mistakes that they beat themselves kind of.
And they can't score in the red zone.
Right. And
they go to the red zone.
I asked Sean about that, and he goes, "We don't have a red zone."
Yeah, they definitely have a red zone. And you know what it is though? Matthew Stafford does not have Cooper Kupp and does not have Puka Nacua when they get into the red zone. And I mean, how many clutch catches has Cooper Kupp made in the end zone?
Take the 2 best wide receivers off of any team, and they're going to be affected.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you. And by the way, that could happen right now in Kansas City. Did you see Rashee Rice?
I know.
Is maybe out for the year.
So
rough.
So they still have Travis Kelce. That puts a tremendous amount of pressure on Xavier Worthy because they already lost Hollywood Brown.
Yep.
So Xavier Worthy, who is a rookie, is probably their number 1 wide receiver target.
Is he your number 1 fantasy wide receiver?
I have him, and I have Kareem Hunt, and now it looks like both of them are going to play.
Both of them are going to play. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, so who would you rather be tonight? I'm up.
I was going to do the same thing. Yeah.
I'm up by 4.
Okay.
Okay, in fantasy football.
Yep.
And tonight, I still have Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Okay.
Who has a Monday night game.
Oh, you're in good shape there.
And then I have the Lions defense.
Okay.
The guy I'm playing has Geno Smith.
Oh.
Okay.
He's been really good.
At quarterback, and that's it.
Okay, so put Gino down for 18.
He's predicted to get 13 by ESPN.
And put
ESPN is predicting in the final score of my game. You know how they have projected total?
Yes.
They're projecting that I'm going to win 54-51, but right now I'm up 42-38.
Yep.
I've got 4 points. If I'm on Ross St.
He's
Brown,
going to score for you. He's going to score for you.
Or if the Lions defense shows up, I can win.
Yeah.
But then next week I can start playing all these guys.
Okay, so here's mine. I'm up 12. I'm sorry, I'm down 12.
Okay.
Down
12.
I've got Tyreek Hill.
Good.
And Dolphins defense. Yeah, I know. And he's got Sam Laporta.
Hurt, I think.
Is he hurt?
Yeah.
And he's got Sam Laporta, Calvin Ridley.
You're down 12.
Down
If
12.
you were down 2, I'd pick you.
Yeah,
down
it's
12.
tough.
I think
It's tough. I need for Tyreek Hill to have a monster night.
Hey, I have one too. I'm down 27. This high scoring goes higher in this league. He has Jahmyr Gibbs, and I have both Amon-Ra St. Brown and DK Metcalf.
You're up or down?
I'm down 27.
You got a shot.
Yeah,
I think
you
I got a
shot.
legit shot.
Yeah, you got a shot.
You got a shot. Everybody's in that boat because there's 2 Monday night games.
Right.
Again, with the 2 Monday night game thing.
All right, so let me ask you an honest answer to this question.
Yeah.
All right, without giving me an opinion.
Okay.
All right. Tomorrow night, baseball playoffs or the vice presidential debate. What do you watch?
Oh, baseball playoffs.
Yeah, you're rolling your eyes already at that. But here's the problem. I can't tape sports.
No, it doesn't mean anything.
So I think
to me
what I
once
might
it's
do
over.
is watch the baseball playoffs and tape the debate, and then when I'm up all night, I'll watch the debate at night. Because you got to watch sports live, right?
Yeah, I didn't even realize there was a debate till you told me.
Tomorrow night?
Yeah.
That's a lie. But, they're saying that because the election is so close, that both Kamala and Trump are reconsidering another debate because they don't want the vice presidents to have the last word.
Right.
So I could see that happening too. But I think most people, the vice president will be able to do monster numbers. If it's me, I'm watching the baseball playoffs and taping the debate.
Can I just say that we don't like doing I don't like doing politics.
Well,
on
we
the
can
show.
talk about this without being political.
But SNL on Saturday,
yeah,
the cold open was so friggin' funny. Dana Carvey,
political humor is what they do best. And if you didn't see it, James Austin Johnson, the guy that's playing Trump, is the best Trump they've ever
He's
had
fantastic.
over the years. Maya Rudolph
was born to play Kamala.
Is born to play Kamala. I thought Andy Samberg as Biden was.
No, Andy Samberg as Doug Emhoff.
As Doug Emhoff was great, and then Dana Carvey as Biden was great.
My God.
I thought all 4 of them were
the
great.
Dana Carvey, I thought that is a legendary impression.
Yeah, they've got it's their 50th anniversary this year at SNL, so they're going to pull out all the stops.
I'm going to make a statement. You tell me how you feel about it.
Okay.
Colin Jost and Michael Che, that is the best Weekend Update team of all time.
Disagree.
Really?
Yeah.
They make me laugh more than any their spin.
Seth Meyers, Tina Fey.
Yeah, I would take Colin Jost and Michael Che.
And I love Colin and I love Michael.
And Michael Che makes the most inappropriate jokes.
Yeah.
He makes me laugh.
Well, and he always at Colin's expense.
Oh, yeah.
Which
no
is
question.
the funniest thing.
Yeah.
No, they're very, very good, but I would still go Tina Fey, Seth Meyers.
All right. Coming up next for you. Actually, let's do that. We'll talk a little Raiders. The Raiders did win. John, I know you're not a Raiders fan, but Bergman, I know you are.
Well, you know what's weird? I'll talk about it. I find myself tuning in and rooting for the Raiders, even though I don't like them and they don't like me.
Yeah.
See, then don't worry about the fans that are saying no, 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 no. If you want to be a Raiders
hold
fan,
hold this because we'll have this
okay.
conversation.
All right.
John's thinking about becoming a Commanders fan.
Well, it's one of the teams I'm considering.
Yeah.
Right now,
it's a good one. They got a future with that kid.
Yeah. Right now, I'd say there are 3 possibilities.
Okay.
Well, one of them would be a front runner, so I'm not going to do
Okay,
that
we'll
one.
talk about that coming up. Also, I want to get Brian Cohen's take on hair on the edge. The Chargers and the Raiders have identical records right now. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. Now open 24/7. Play no-bust blackjack, poker, and more. Enjoy Century Bar and Grill's flavorful menu for lunch or late-night dinners. Watch your favorite teams and catch up with friends on game days. Unwind and enjoy live music and crafted cocktails at Ray's Lounge. Easy parking and access, Hollywood Park Casino. Located next door to the Forum and SoFi Stadium. Park, party, and play. Hollywood Park Casino. Elevate your game.
Must be 21 and older to enter. These are approved DOJ games. Geico 004527. Geico 003871.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Just as every point matters, Every detail counts in our meticulously crafted vehicles. Experience luxury at the top of its game. Welcome to Cadillac of Beverly Hills, the #1 Cadillac dealer in the Western region for the 3rd year in a row. Come and check out the incredible selection of new and pre-owned vehicles today at our showroom, 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills, and at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
Hey, John Ireland here. If you're looking to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage. They'll make you a cash offer, no need for repairs. They buy as is. With Seller's Advantage, there are no agents. They can close in days, and they buy with cash. They'll even offer a $10,000 advance to help with moving and other expenses. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, and visit sellersadvantage.com.
Enter for a chance to win the ultimate winery experience at Francis Ford Coppola Winery. With airfare for two, a 2-night hotel stay, and a winery tour. Enter at ESPNLA.com. Must be 21 and a California resident. Prize awarded as a gift card. Francis Ford Coppola Winery, Geyserville, Sonoma County, California. Enjoy responsibly.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL, realfathersrights.com/710, or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights, the Father's Rights Attorneys.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason and Ireland on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
Bergman's trade just got rescinded.
It did.
He made
my
the
trade
trade, and then who's your commissioner?
That should not be allowed.
Casper Villa. So,
Okay.
so I'm in. So this is what it is. So I'm in a league with a lot of people from the COT, or
Yeah.
the Wolf Pack, as they're called now.
Oh, now they're the Wolf
Yeah,
Pack.
they're the Wolf
Right.
Pack.
By the way,
and I
Mason
love
Ireland has a side hustle too. It's the Dog Pack. We have a Dog Pack.
The Dog Pack?
Yeah,
okay,
the
that's
Dog
good.
Pack.
That's good. And I love playing with all of them. I'm really happy to be there with them.
There's the Dog Pack.
One of the guys, Sockman, who
I can't believe.
Omar.
Yeah. Okay, so
Omar,
Sockman.
the guy that brings the socks to everybody.
Oh, yeah, Omar.
He's fantastic. And so he said, "Oh, I'm losing again. I want to trade everybody. I'm ready to go." So I went to his DM and I said, "Hey, I want Brock Bowers. I would love to get Brock Bowers. My tight end sucks.
Yep.
I'd like to get one in. So I'll trade you Brock Bowers. What do you want for him?"
Right.
He made a trade.
Yes.
Trade offer for me. And it was, I'll tell you exactly what the trade is so it doesn't get misconstrued.
Okay.
But it was Brock Bowers for me and Shaheed from New Orleans.
From New Orleans.
And I was giving him up Kyle Pitts, Alex Yoshevich from Cincinnati, who's playing decently, and Darnell Mooney from Atlanta, who is playing well, but nothing fantastic either. It was a lopsided trade towards me.
Right, but if he wants to make that if there's a dumb guy in your league that wants to make a trade that is dumb, the commissioner has to let that stand. That's part of the game.
Yes, he's abusing his authority.
Yes,
I believe.
Like Mike
all I did was
Trudell
accept the
often
trade.
does in our basketball league.
That sounds like Mike.
The little dictator, we call him. You've got to run every trade by Mike Trudell.
Yeah, so he made the offer to me. I accepted. That was all that happened, and now it got rescinded by the league commissioner.
All right.
Which is that acceptable?
No. But I don't think there's anything you can do.
No, that's fine. I mean,
when Casper speaks from the Wolfpack, you know.
I don't know if he's in the Wolfpack. I think he might still be COT. I don't know.
You can join the Dog Pack.
He
Dog
let him
Pack's
know.
good too.
I'm pretty sure the general did.
So there's the Dog Pack. Always sounding off. So Brian Cohen, the Chargers blew a 10-0 lead yesterday. Came up zeros. How you feeling?
Feeling okay. You know, there was one thing,
Really?
one part, a little bit. One part during the game where the broadcast kept bringing up that every time Mahomes has been down 10-0 in his career, he's 11-0. He has never lost after being down 10-0.
Anytime he's ever up 10 or down 10, he has won.
So
They
that
kept
the
bringing
Chiefs,
that up.
The Chiefs
Yeah.
are one of 3 teams I'm considering adopting.
Oh, come on. Don't be a front runner.
Well, only because I love Mahomes.
Oh, a front runner.
Greg, what happened?
You're going to go from the Raiders to the Chiefs.
Yes.
Wow,
And
that's a
part of
tough
it-
transition.
Part
In
of
the
it is
division, you can't
because
do that.
Yeah, part of it is to piss off the Raider fans.
Oh, you will.
But I think I'm
do it.
No, I
do it.
I think I'm going to the Commanders. I'm gonna
do it. I think the Commanders is a great call.
That's fine.
Yeah, the Commanders are like everybody picked them to finish last. I no longer think they're going to finish.
The
last.
Commanders are going to be.
I love Jaden Daniels.
They are going to be good.
But I watch Mahomes every time.
But if you're going to be a Commanders fan, then stick to the Commanders. Don't ever leave the Commanders.
No, Greg. Let me ask you this: If
Yes.
you have a favorite, what's your favorite restaurant?
My favorite restaurant. Let's see. I don't know.
Just pick one you really like.
Yeah,
It
there's
doesn't
a
have to
place
be
called. There's a place down the street from me. It's called.
Okay.
Il Tremesino. Sorry.
Okay,
I
so
couldn't think of the name of it.
So let's say
Yeah.
you like the food there, you like the way you get treated there, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Then you notice that the service has dropped off, the food's not as good, and then you go in and you have a really bad experience. Like the food's bad, the people treat you bad. Why would you keep going to that restaurant?
Oh, it's a restaurant. I'm not going to go back to it. This is my sports team.
Right.
And this is all
So
for fun. See, a restaurant.
I'm not
gives me
having any
food.
fun being a Raider fan.
No, right, but a restaurant is there to provide me food and sustenance.
Yeah. Right.
That is not what your fandom does. Your fandom provides you entertainment, either good or bad, and you live with it, good or bad. We're UCLA fans.
Right.
Our football team is
But
garbage.
I went to school there and gave them a bunch of money, and I supported the Raiders for years.
Are you giving money to the NIL thing?
No, they haven't asked me.
Oh, really?
But
is it Men of Westwood?
Hey, NIL. Ireland's got money.
Ring.
But the funny thing is, what do you guys think? UCLA looks really bad, like I predicted they would. I now fear, like I said, I would not fire Deshaun Foster for 1 year. I feel like they might. What do you guys think?
If I was UCLA, I would fire Deshaun Foster and hire Danton Lynn.
Period.
Well, if you can get Danton Lynn, I would absolutely do that. I would like to get Deshaun Foster a few more years and let him see what he can actually do.
But
because
if you could get Danton, I think Danton Lynn, literally.
Only do it for the right guy.
He changed the defense.
Yeah.
He changed the defense. Much of the same personnel, and now they're pitching shutouts in the second half like they did on Saturday. They were down 21-10, outscored them 28-0 in the second half. They just tightened the screws and beat Wisconsin.
And they're at Minnesota this week.
At Minnesota.
You should make a bet with Michael.
Oh, that's right. We'll bet the bag of money he got for going to play there.
Good idea.
That's a good idea. We'll put that on the line.
Yeah, good idea.
They're at Minnesota. They're 8.5-point favorites, and then they are home to Penn State. I wonder what that line will be. Penn State, USC.
Penn State will probably be favored. It's at the Coliseum, right?
It's at the Coliseum.
No.
Penn State will probably be
I disagree.
favored.
I
Really?
think it'll be
No,
I
Penn
think
State's
it'll
like
be
one of the best teams in the country.
I know, but I think it'll be USC's 13th. I think Penn State's like 10th.
Okay, so here's interesting.
All right, so is there a line out?
Yes.
All right, let me guess it. I think it's SC by 2.
Well,
no, it's Penn State minus 4.5.
It's Penn State minus 4.5
right now.
Right now.
Okay,
yeah. That's the opening line.
Yeah,
Penn State minus 4.5.
They'll be favored.
Yeah, I think USC can beat them.
Penn State's really good too. That Drew Aller kid is
all right.
excellent.
Answer this: when's the last time Penn State won a big game? When's the last time they beat Michigan or beat Ohio State?
I've never really played.
They have been the third best team in the Big Ten for a long time.
And, a few years ago when James Franklin was out here in the Rose Bowl, I think Penn State was favored. That was that great game.
Oh, my God, that was an unbelievable
Sam
game.
Darnold went off. By the way, how about Sam Darnold?
He looks great.
I don't if you're Minnesota.
He's front runner for MVP right now.
Oh, yeah, he is.
I heard Josh Allen is, but he's right there.
Well, with Josh Allen's loss last night, maybe not.
Yeah, but Josh Allen, he made an unbelievable
is
throw.
a beast.
Oh, and then I want to check it something else. But I think if you're Minnesota, I would sign Sam Darnold to an extension and just tell J.J. McCarthy, hey, we still very high on you, but you're out all this year. Sit next year behind Darnold.
Yeah, sure.
And then we'll see what we've got.
Yeah,
but I would sign Sam.
The way he's playing, my goodness.
Because if they don't, somebody else is going to. All right, so I read over the weekend that Jalen Milroe, after that unbelievable Alabama game, is now the favorite to win the Heisman, and Milroe was great.
Yep.
And Cam Ward is right behind him, and Carson Beck is in there. How is Travis Hunter not favored to win the Heisman? He's playing 110 games.
No.
Yeah.
I've seen.
I saw yesterday. I got a
Milroe.
I've got a story this morning that said Milroe is now the in Vegas the betting favorite to win the Heisman.
I don't understand how Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter should be like the overwhelming favorite. They've won 3 games in a row.
There's only
Colorado's 4-1.
I think was it Charles Woodson's the last that won? That was a two-way player that actually won the Heisman?
Probably.
Okay, so Travis Hunter's not out of it. It goes Jalen Milroe, the favorite, Cameron Ward plus 500. Travis Hunter's the third best on the board at plus 700.
Insane. I mean, Cam Ward's great, and Jalen Milroe's great. I mean,
if Alabama wins the SEC, you probably have to go to Jalen Milroe.
What happens if
I don't know? He's playing 2 ways.
Yeah. What happens?
But Colorado's going to start losing games.
Okay, but what happens if Colorado has a winning season? Let's say they finish 7-5.
Unlikely.
Okay, and Hunter doesn't get hurt, and he plays both ways every game. How is he not the Heisman winner? How is he not the best player in the country?
I just feel like
and he makes big
he
plays
is the best player
every
in the
game.
country. He is the best player in the country.
He's doing the things that it's the Shohei Ohtani effect. The fact that you can be on a losing team and still win an MVP or a Heisman. It shouldn't matter. If you're doing something that nobody else does and hasn't done since Charles Woodson, then yes, you should be the front runner. Just because you're having a good season somewhere else, he's doing something totally different.
Right, and they're 4-1 right now. Although they've played the easy part of their schedule, North Dakota State and Colorado State and UCF. But they get the meat of their schedule coming up. They got Kansas State. That's probably going to be a loss. At Arizona, potentially a win. Cincinnati, Texas Tech, Utah. Utah got stung this weekend, huh? I'll tell you, the team that's Ole Miss got stung this weekend.
Yeah, Kentucky's like a giant killer. They almost beat Georgia, and now they do beat them.
Yeah.
Did you see that Travis Hunter had an interception this weekend and then struck a pose? Did the Heisman?
Oh, no, did he?
He did the Heisman.
I would if I was him.
Yeah, sure.
Look.
He's earned that.
Interception.
Yeah,
pose.
he's earned that, sure.
Yeah, he should do it. And he should do it every single week.
By the way,
every time he makes a big catch, every time he makes a big interception, he should do it all the time.
So, John, now that you're thinking about the Washington Commanders as your team.
Yeah.
I've got some nicknames that people have been calling the Commanders.
It's Michael Funch's team, by the way.
Okay.
Oh, good.
So some people are calling them the Manders. What do you think? The Manders. Okay. What do you think of the Durs?
That's dumb.
That's
okay.
terrible.
And then the one that I think most people are using, the Commies.
No, I'll use that. If you give me a Commies shirt, I'll wear that.
The Washington Commies.
I want you to be a Commanders fan just for that.
Just for that. Go Commies.
It might happen. It might happen.
Coming on, I said we would get to the Raiders. We'll get to the Raiders, and we'll get an update on exactly who the Dodgers might play.
By the way, 1-0 Atlanta, top of the third.
Well, they were ahead for most of the game last time.
Yeah, it's true. All right, coming back next, then we got Game of Games, big day, Lakers Media Day, UCLA Health Training Center, Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays after Mason in Ireland.
Hey, football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
Tell you something. I've been working with Avner's team for a while. I can tell you this. Avner Gatt has a dynamic team that's highly effective and successful because these folks come from a very diverse background in the insurance industry. For example, some of them used to work for insurance companies before they joined Avner's team. Yes, they actually chose to switch sides when they realized the effectiveness of Avner's team's work. Some of them used to be in the restoration business, rebuilding homes after disasters. Some of them used to be in the contents handling business, moving homeowners' belongings to a safe place for restoration and storage. Some of them were experts in hazardous materials handling, like asbestos and lead testing. That was their daily work. And some of them were members of law firms handling bad faith claims and general business disputes. You see, diversification is the name of the game. When you are represented by Avner Gatt's team, you have the entire team's experience and know-how by your side. No one, and I mean no one, messes with Avner Gatt and his team. So call Avner Gatt right now, 818-917-5256, 818-917-5256. That's AvnerGatt.com, AVNERGAT, AvnerGatt.com. When you call him directly, Avner Gatt and his family, they take the calls themselves. Avner Gatt says, hello. Hey, it's Mace. NBA basketball is 22 days away, and the best place to watch all the action is Cosm. It's revolutionary technology bringing the sports experience to life. Visit Cosm.com. Enjoy NBA action in shared reality all season long.
Are you ready to unleash the beast? Monster Energy is here to give you the edge this college tailgate season. Loaded with bold flavors, our powerful blend gives you the energy you need to push you beyond your limits. Tune in all season long with Monster, the energy drink of ESPN Radio College Football Tour. Power your performance with a drink that's as hungry for victory as you are. Crack open an ice-cold Monster and dominate your competition. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Grab yours today.
At the Home Depot, we know Saturdays are for college football. That's why we have everything you need to never miss a play. Like North America's #1 home fire safety brand, Kidda. Because on a day full of football sounds you love, like fight songs, roaring crowds, and your favorite commentators...
like me, Kirk Herbstreit.
The last sound you want to hear is... Defend your game time with Kidda and the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Based on total household installations as of December 2023.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino. Join Travis Rogers and Kirk Morrison Sunday, October 6th for their live Rams postgame show from Ray's Lounge at Hollywood Park Casino. Win prizes and party with Travis, Kirk, and ESPN LA fans. Hollywood Park Casino is Los Angeles' premier card room casino and entertainment destination. Enjoy a postgame meal and drink at Ray's Lounge right after the game. Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino. Elevate your game. Must be 21 and older. It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
All right, so we got Game of Games coming up for you. 4-hour show. I'm gassed. How about you, Ireland? I am gassed.
I'll survive. We only got half hour left.
Remember the days of 4-hour shows?
Yeah. We did them for years.
We did.
Remember we did 5 to 9 a.m.?
Yeah, 5 to 9 a.m. In New York, I did 5 to 10 a.m. That was friggin'
Mike
brutal.
Francesa in New York for a while did 2 to 8.
Oh, 2 to 8?
Yeah. 6
What's
hours.
wrong with him?
I don't know.
No wonder you fell asleep all the time.
Yeah.
We used to do 5 hours at night.
Yeah.
On the Mighty 690. That's a long time.
7 to
time
midnight.
be on the
Yeah,
air.
sure did.
So the Chargers lose. Oh, by the way, I got the lines for next week. Ireland, you're very good at this.
All right, who? Tell me the game.
Okay, I already gave you USC. It's USC minus 8.5 at Minnesota.
Yeah.
We did Rams, 3-point dogs at SoFi. How about Raiders at Denver?
Wow. That's two bad teams.
It's going to be low scoring.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go too high.
I'm going to go. Let's see. Denver. They both had bad losses yesterday. That's hard. I'll go Denver by 1.
It's Denver by 2.
Okay.
You're right there. And Chargers?
Who are they playing?
Bye. I've got bye by. I'm laying
bye
3.
by 3.
I've got bye by 3. I like the bye. Brian, what do you think? I'll take the bye this week for the Chargers over the Chargers.
Yeah, I don't know. The bye might still hurt. Somebody's going to get hurt.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, it's
man.
true. It's true. Yeah, good football. I'll tell you what.
Is it just me, or are there like way, way more sports injuries in 2024 than there would have been even 10 years ago? Like the whole Dodger pitching staff's hurt. The whole Rams starting lineup is hurt. Lakers last year had, injuries.
Injuries, yeah.
Just more injuries now.
Yeah, there are. At baseball, I mean, so many arm injuries now. Here's the thing. Okay, so I came across this number, and these numbers, the thing about history is it's over. Only 42 teams that start 1-3 have made the playoffs since the 1970 merger. And everybody's throwing that around with they're not dead. They haven't had their horses. They haven't had their guys. They haven't had Puka. They haven't had Cooper Kupp. They haven't had Darius Williams. They haven't had part of their offensive line. I mean, all that stuff is potentially coming back after the bye. Now, I don't think 1-4. 1-4 is a tough ditch to dig out of. 2-3 if they beat the Packers unexpectedly, the way they beat the Niners. I think they're right in the middle of everything.
Here's why I disagree with you.
Okay.
There is no evidence that Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua are close to coming back.
Well,
If you presented me with that, I would agree with you.
Okay, well, let's accept that as a premise.
Okay.
What do you think?
It's not till week 7 at the earliest for both of them.
I mean,
right, but week 6 is a bye.
Right, but I just don't.
So, in other words,
I wouldn't be surprised if either one of them didn't come back. It seems, and when we talked to Sean about it, he seemed very hesitant to say anybody was going to be back soon. I think you just have to live with it that it's a year that's been crippled by injuries. I'd love to be wrong.
Rams week 6. Cup's next chance to see game action will arrive October 20th against the Raiders. In the continued absence of both Cup and Puka Nacua, Jordan Whittington, blah, blah, blah. But I think they're going to want one of those guys back. I mean, they never Cooper Kupp every week, they ruled him out midweek this last week.
Yeah.
So I think he's closer. I don't think he's going to play before the bye. We asked McVay that, but it sounds like he could definitely play after.
You also asked McVay, because we didn't talk to him last week, 2 weeks ago, about Cooper Kupp.
He said he's not coming back, but I said
until after the bye.
Correct.
And then you're saying they ruled him out midweek. No, he was ruled out already.
No, I'm telling you, they ruled him out midweek.
He ruled him out 2 weeks ago.
Right. No, but the reality is he's not that far away.
Who says who?
Yeah,
says everybody.
These are two separating
arguments.
I
think DeMarco said that. Did he not?
No.
Okay, I don't want to put words in.
No, I don't think DeMarco ever said that.
Yeah, Sean McVay said not till after the bye.
Thank you. That's exactly what he said. Not till after the bye week.
Right, and then you're saying he's being ruled out midweek every week. That's not true. He was ruled out through to the 7th week.
I just read a story. Will not play on Sunday.
Well, yeah, because they're going to just tell you that he's ruled out. Just imagine he's ruled out for this game. He's going to be ruled out for week 5, no matter what.
Right. Oh, no, he's not playing this week, no.
Hey, so since this is the last day of the month, Greg, set it up again as we're getting ready to go to Game of Games here.
Oh, is that next already? Wow.
Yeah. So if you win, you win it.
If I win,
if Mason wins, he wins it. If anyone else wins, you win. Right? But they could tie you.
Laura and Brian can tie me. Mason can win it. I can win it outright.
Okay. Game
so
of games.
So whoever wins has a share or the full outright.
Okay. But I can. This is be a huge
got a
deal
chance
for me.
You and Laura.
Does the game
too.
favor me at all?
I think you could do well.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
need
you could
it.
do well. I don't think it favors anybody.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Who are the commies playing this week?
I've got to look. I got to start paying attention.
Yeah, you got to pay attention because the name is definitely the reason you should stick with it.
They have the Browns.
Oh, commies Browns. Yeah. All right, Game of Games coming up next. This is the home of the commies. No,
you don't want that.
We don't want that.
That's going to be pulled,
yeah.
Brian.
No, it's not. Nobody's a commie here except Ireland. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hey, John Ireland here. Are you going through a life change? Whether you're downsizing, inheriting a home, or ready for a change, Seller's Advantage is here to make selling your home easy. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs, no hassle. With Seller's Advantage, you're in control. Close as quickly as you want and do it on your own terms. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-2747 or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Hey, it's Mason. Football is back. The Commerce Casino and Hotel is your new place for Monday Night Football. We've teamed up with Commerce. Monday Night Football happening all season starting September 9th. Food and drink specials, all kinds of giveaways, even athlete appearances. Go to commercecasino.com for details. Of course, you can always hit the tables before or after the game for some great poker. When you think Monday Night Football, think Commerce Casino.
Got to be 21 to play. Play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit problemgambling.ca.gov.
Francis Coppola Diamond Collection Wines are a proud partner of ESPN LA. Cheers to the City of Champions, where game-winning jumpers and award-winning wines come together for the perfect game day pairing. Go one-on-one with our easy-drinking flagship Claret Cabernet Sauvignon or celebrate like you just won the finals with our crisp and refreshing sparkling Prosecco. Find Francis Coppola Diamond Collection Wines today at a store near you. Francis Coppola Winery, Geyserville, Sonoma County, California. Please drink responsibly.
Hey football fans, with BetMGM's Second Chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second.
BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements. Partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the propane tank on your grill first, before hosting a tailgate.
Let's fire up. Here, let me try. Seriously? You didn't check the propane? Who wants chips?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in L.A., Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, it is Game of Games time, and it is John Ireland's game today. Everybody's is in it. I got a chance to win it outright. Ireland, what is our game today?
All right, we're live at Lakers Media Day today, so this is a quiz about the history of the Lakers. It's all multiple choice. Here we go. There may be one true false in here. I'm not sure. All right, question 1. One of the Lakers' retired numbers belongs to Hall of Famer Gail Goodrich, who wore number 25. See it, Mace? Right across from
I do. Now
Goodrich,
I know the numbers,
25. There was a Laker who was wearing the number 25 when Gail was elected to the Hall of Fame, so that player had to give up the number when Gail got in. Who was that player? A, Anthony Peeler, B, Travis Knight, or C, Eddie Jones? Brian, Peeler, Knight, or Jones?
Let's go Peeler.
Okay, Laura.
Yeah, I'll go Peeler.
Okay, Greg.
So this is in the 90s. I'm going to go Eddie Jones.
Okay, Mace.
I'm going to try Knight.
It's Eddie Jones.
It's Eddie Jones.
Oh, you knew it?
You
I knew.
Yeah.
Come on, you were doing the double fake.
All right.
Hell yeah, I knew that.
Greg has the lead in this game, and he has the lead overall. All right. Who is the tallest Lakers player ever? Is it A, Chuck Nevitt, B, Peter Gudmundsson, or C, Sam Bowie? Laura, Nevitt, Gudmundsson, or Bowie?
Gudmundsson.
Okay, Greg.
I mean, Gudmundsson sounds right to me. Why not?
Okay,
Gudmundsson.
Mace. Nevitt, Gudmundsson, or Bowie?
I'll take the weird name, Gudmundsson.
All right, Brian.
Yeah, I'll follow the leader here. Gudmundsson.
Y'all got duped. It was Chuck Nevitt. Played with Worthy and Magic. He was 7'4".
Yeah.
All right.
No idea.
All right. Greg, this one coming to you.
Okay.
In 2017, the Lakers had 4 rookies on their roster.
Okay. The baby Lakers.
Right. Kyle Kuzma, Josh Hart, Thomas Bryant, and who? A, Brandon Ingram, B, Lonzo Ball, or C, D'Angelo Russell. Ingram, Ball, or Russell. And the interesting about those 3 names, all the second pick in the draft.
I know. I'm trying to think of what
So,
the
Greg,
order was.
Kuzma, Hart, Bryant, and who? Ingram, Lonzo, or Russell?
That draft was
Pick a name.
Lonzo Ball.
Okay, Mace.
It's either Lonzo
Ingram, Lonzo, or
I'm going to go
D'Lo.
Lonzo also.
Okay, Brian.
Ball.
Laura.
I should go Ball because everybody's doing it, but I'm going to go Russell.
You should have gone Ball.
Yep.
It's Lonzo. Yeah. All right, Greg's got 2. Brian and Mace have 1. Laura not yet on the board. All right, Mace, this one coming to you.
Okay.
Who led the Lakers in scoring during the 87-88 regular season? Okay?
Yeah.
Oh,
So that was the year they beat the Celtics in 87.
Right.
And then they beat the Pistons in 88.
Yep.
Was it James Worthy, Magic Johnson, or Byron Scott? Worthy, Magic, or Scott?
I'm going Worthy.
Okay. Brian.
Magic.
Laura.
I'm going to go Magic, and I think I had one for the first one.
No, I was the only one that got the first one right.
Okay.
It was Eddie Jones.
But nice try, Laura.
Yeah, no, good.
I have
Laura,
not been paying attention all day. So
all right, so Laura, for this one, you're going Magic?
Yes.
Okay,
So
Greg,
it's Worthy,
Magic,
or
or Byron?
I want to go Byron Scott.
You're glad you did.
Oh,
no!
You thought no one was going to get that, did you?
I did. It surprised me when I looked it up.
Wow.
All right, Greg's got 3. Mason, Brian have 1.
Yikes.
We have several more, though.
I need to make up some
Okay,
ground.
here we go. Which one of these players never made an All-Star appearance? Okay. A, Michael Cooper. B, Nick Van Exel. C, A.C. Green.
Oh,
Michael Cooper, Nick Van Exel, or A.C. Green. Brian, which one of those never made an All-Star appearance? Cooper, Van Exel, or Green?
Van Exel.
Okay, Laura. Cooper, Van Exel, or Green?
Van Exel.
You're going Van Exel. Greg.
I feel like Van Exel got 1. I'm going to go Coop.
Mace.
I'm going to go Green.
The answer is Michael Cooper.
Oh!
Bergman is destroying
He
you
is
guys.
running away.
All right, let me see how many are
go. He's a
left.
Am I
defensive
done?
guy.
One,
Defensive guys don't make
2,
it.
3, 4, 5 left in the tiebreaker. I'll make Greg go first all the way out.
All of them. Okay.
But
all of them.
to give you guys a fighting chance, but Greg is up 4-1.
Oh, man.
Okay.
He
Greg,
won.
Yeah.
which one of these names is not one of Dr. Buss's kids?
Oh, jeez.
Okay. A, Johnny, B, Jason, C, Jesse. Johnny, Jesse, or Jason?
Jason.
Okay, Mace.
Jason.
Brian.
Jesse.
Laura.
It's Jason.
It's Jason.
Yeah.
Everybody
It
but
is.
that Brian got that one. All right, so Greg is now up 5-2 over Mace.
Okay.
All right, Greg. What is the real name of Cookie Johnson, Magic Johnson's
I
wife?
should know this.
Okay.
Okay.
A, Juanita. B, Erletha. C, Shaniqua. Juanita, Erletha, Shaniqua.
Juanita.
Okay. Mace.
Got to go different.
Yeah, so you want to go Erletha or
Erletha.
Okay, Brian.
What was the last one?
Shaniqua.
Shaniqua.
All right, Laura.
Erlito.
Erletha is the correct answer.
All right.
Mace and
Oh,
Laura
it
get
is
a
Erletha?
point.
Oh,
It's Erletha.
yeah. Okay.
Cookie's real name is Erletha.
Cutting into the lead.
Yeah, Mace, Greg 5, Mace 3, Laura 2. Brian, you may be out. Let me know.
Brian.
We have 1,
Come on,
2,
Brian.
3. Yep, Brian, you're out.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Greg, which Laker had the best free throw percentage in his playoff career?
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Playoff.
Of these 3 people.
Okay.
All right. A, Kurt Rambis. B, Byron Scott. C, Michael Thompson. Rambis, Scott, or Michael?
It's just percentage, so he could have only taken one
Yeah,
shot.
that's
You're
true.
still
right,
go
right.
one for one.
Yep.
Just because you love putting in Michael Thompson stats, I'm going to go Michael Thompson.
Okay. Mace.
And I think you know that, too, so I think I'm wrong.
Mace, you probably want to go different here, but it's up to you.
I think I need it.
Rambis, Scott, or Michael?
I'll go Scott.
Laura.
I have to go different, right?
Yeah, you can. You want to go Rambis? You want to go Scott?
Go Rambis. Why not?
You're glad you did.
Oh!
The answer is Kurt Rambis.
No.
74% free throw shooter in his playoff career.
What was Michael Thompson's?
His playoff and regular season was 64.
Okay.
He was the same in both. Okay. Greg, your lead is still 2.
With how many left?
2 and a tiebreaker.
Oh,
so
okay,
you guys
okay.
have
I've
to
missed
go
the last
different.
2.
We got to go different.
Yeah, Greg is trying to let you back in it.
I'm trying.
All right, Greg.
Yeah.
The 72 Lakers are often talked about as the greatest Lakers team of all time.
Yeah.
They had 4 Hall of Famers at the start of the season. Jerry West, Gail Goodrich, Elgin Baylor, and Wilt Chamberlain. They finished 69-13 in the regular season and won the Lakers' first title in Los Angeles. Which team did the Lakers beat in the 72 NBA Finals? A, Celtics, B, Bulls, C, Knicks. Celtics, Bulls, or Knicks?
I'm going to go with... It's not the Celtics. I'm going to go with the Knicks.
Okay, Mace. Bulls or Celtics?
I will go Bulls.
Laura.
I'm going Knicks. Wait, do I have to go different?
Knicks.
Oh,
Greg
yeah.
has
See,
won
I
it.
knew that.
Yeah,
I
Greg
knew
has
it.
won
It had to be because that was when Phil
That's
Jackson
when the-
was
that's
there.
when the Knicks were
All right, we'll play. We'll do the last one in the tiebreaker for
I won
fun.
a month.
All right, Greg wins.
congrats.
Greg gets 10 grand.
That's never happened before.
All right. All right. It's no secret that it's no secret that Kobe Bryant is the Lakers' all-time leading scorer. Who is second on that list? Most points scored as a Laker.
As a Laker.
All right. Is it Jerry West, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, or Elgin Baylor? Greg.
Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, or Kareem
Jerry
Abdul-Jabbar?
West, Kareem,
As a
or
Laker?
Elgin Baylor as a Laker.
Jerry West.
Mace.
I will also say Jerry West.
Brian.
Give me Elgin Baylor.
Laura.
Jerry West.
It is Jerry West.
Yeah.
Jerry's second. All right, here's the tiebreaker. My mentor and hero, the real voice of the Lakers, Chick Hearn, had a ridiculous consecutive game streak as the Laker announcer. He did not miss a game from November 21st, 1965 until December 16th, 2001.
Jeez.
Wow.
How many games? By the way, you want to hear something weird?
Yeah.
December 16, 2001, Jack Ireland's birthday.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that weird? And that's the day Chick's streak ended.
Oh, that's wild.
All right, how many games in a row did Chick work before missing a game? Closest wins, and you can go over. Greg, how many games in a row take a shot?
Let's say 3,722.
All right, Mace.
4,001.
Laura.
3,500.
Brian.
Give me 4,002.
It's so random. 4,002.
It was a good try, Brian, but the winner is Laura. His consecutive streak, you're close, Greg, but Laura beat you. 3,338 consecutive games.
Nice job.
All right.
All right. And Greg, congratulations.
Bergman, way to go.
Victory.
So what?
Another
Who
victory in
cares?
Game of Games.
I don't even try. All right. Hey, did you see right now Grant Holmes of the Atlanta Braves, 4 innings, no hits, no walks, 7 strikeouts.
He's throwing a perfect game.
Throwing a perfect game.
Wow. Well, it's only
through 4 innings.
Yeah.
But the perfecto watch is on. It's going to be interesting. The Braves absolutely must win this game. They scratched.
Mace, I have good news for you.
Okay.
From Jordan Rodriguez. So this news is impeccable.
Thank you,
Jordan is the very, very good Rams reporter from The Athletic.
Yes, she is.
Cooper Kupp is out of a cast, and Puka Nacua has a compression sleeve on his right leg, but both are working with strength and conditioning training staff on the side at today's workout. So there you go.
Yeah. I feel like they're coming back.
There is a chance we could see him again
Yeah,
this year.
I feel like they're coming back. All right, so we got a couple of minutes left here. What are we going to do? Let me see. I got a bunch of stuff. Ireland. I want to circle back to the Trojans. The one thing I notice about this USC team is if they don't turn the ball over, they should be in every game. They lines in the trenches, and Wisconsin's big, they played really well. And that second half, when they were down 21-10, I was concerned. I thought, uh-oh, here we go. This team isn't as good as – no, 28-0 in the second half.
I was a little concerned that they gave up 21 points in the first half. That's not a very D'Anton Lynn thing. But
it was turnovers.
Yeah, they had short fields on all of them.
Yep.
So that's probably what contributed.
And the guy that I really love, Jacoby Lane, who's a big receiver, had 10 catches in that game. Looked really,
and Zachariah
really good.
Branch is a game breaker. So you got that going for you.
He absolutely is.
Hey, Brian, did you put that sound in from Tom Brady yesterday during the game that I sent in my email this morning?
I'm sure he did.
Yep,
Brian's super reliable. Oh, no, give me a sec. That's not a good sign.
Give me a sec is code for
Give me a sec.
I got it.
No, I didn't
now.
do it.
I got it.
Okay, good.
So, did you guys
throwing Brian under the bus?
No.
He's been great today. Leave him alone.
Great.
Did you guys see who Brady almost signed with?
Yeah.
Instead of the Bucks. Listen, I'd never heard this. This came up during the game yesterday. He did with Kevin Burkhardt. Hit it, Brian.
Everyone always thinks it's just about the money, but you were showing this last night at dinner. I thought it was so cool. It's how you made your choice.
So I brought these. I saw them at the house, and I said, I'm bringing these to show KB. And
there was a lot of reasons to choose Tampa, and I made about 18 criteria why. And there was things all the way from a salary, obviously, to the weather, to the facilities, to how great the players were. And ultimately, Chicago was a team, and I've never told that story before. They were very stealth in their recruitment. I was seriously considering, but in the end, it came down to Tampa, and it was close to my son Jack. I love Bruce Arians and the role that he played in offense, and ultimately the great players like Mike Evans and Chris Godwin that I'm still out there watching today.
So he obviously made the right choice.
Oh, yeah.
He won the Super Bowl with Tampa in his very first year.
Yep.
But I've never heard the Bears. Have you?
No, never heard the Bears.
Yeah.
That was out of the blue.
That seemed...
It's funny. I mean,
random.
It does seem random. I don't know why it would be the Bears. I'm trying to think who was coaching the Bears at that point.
Matt Nagy, maybe?
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Somebody who he had a connection with.
An offensive
obviously
coach.
Made sense. Yeah, that's fascinating. How do you think he's been doing as an? I've not seen a lot of him because I've been, the Rams have played during the window.
He is fine, not bad, or not excellent. He's right in the middle.
Yeah.
Good. Except I think he has a chance to get good.
Not as good as Greg Olsen.
I don't know.
Right now, you get to draft somebody to call the game you're watching.
Right now, Greg Olsen is better.
Greg Olsen.
Oh,
but
Greg Olsen's great.
But
Greg Olsen, they might let do the Netflix game.
Well, really because they said no to Burkhardt and Brady.
They said no to Burkhardt and Brady, but they are considering letting Greg Olsen do it. Probably because they demoted him and cut his salary from $10 million to $3 million.
Did they really? I didn't hear that.
He got
part
that
of it.
cut when
but
Brady took over.
Brady was mentioning there that, and we only got about a minute left here, but Brady was mentioning he wrote down 18 criteria. If you had to change jobs, what would be at the top of your list of what was important? Would it be salary? Would it be climate? Would it be who you're working with?
This won't surprise you. Vacation days.
Yeah, that's true.
That's huge.
Mine would be fit. How does it fit into my life?
That's true. Oh, yeah.
Can I still do the Lakers? Am I still close to Jack and Lisa? Am I
Right.
still? But that's an interesting question to ask yourself, no matter who you are.
Yeah, right.
That would be a good thing. All right, so we're out of here, but keep an eye on that Braves.
Yeah, Braves 1-0.
Yeah, if the Mets come back and win, the Braves would be knocked out.
Yeah, that's
so tomorrow,
crazy.
regular show.
We will do the same stuff we always do. Thanks to everybody at the Lakers for making this go smoothly. Thanks to all the players who stopped by. We talked to everybody in the roster.